Still looking for my co-host, Mr. Milton Were. He will be joining us shortly. So, yes, as we wait for Milton, it's been a very eventful month, and as we've seen, the movement keeps evolving. Many things are happening, and we realized that in many past broadcasts, we did not give as many of you the opportunity to maybe air their views. So today will be an open mic session, and the rules are very simple. We'll allow everybody a minimum of 2 minutes, 2 minutes and a half maximum. So 2 minutes, 2 minutes and a half, so that you can pass the mic to as many people as we can. So even as we wait for my co-host, I think we can just set off with my first speakers. I think I've given the mic to some of you already. So if you're set, you can address the gathering. Please share the link, send it to your friends, send it to your followers. We are trying to have as many people as we can so that we can gather and air out as many opinions as we can. So the more, the merrier. So I've handed out the mic to a few of you guys. My speakers, can you hear me? Any of the speakers, kindly confirm if you can.
Hello, Gatweri. Good evening, guys. How are you? I've
Yes, good evening
joined
to you. Yes,
this.
Gaturi, I can hear you.
Right.
Thank you. You can maybe proceed. So sorry to interrupt, guys.
So I've
When you take the
joined.
mic,
I've
maybe you
joined.
can begin by telling us where you're tuning in from, because we'd like, of course, to understand the demographic of the movement. Maybe just tell us your location, maybe your town, your city, your county. Then you can proceed to air out. And then, guys, please let's strictly try to keep it to the 2 minutes, 2 minutes and a half maximum. Thank you. So, Gatuer, you can proceed as we wait for my co-host.
All right. Good evening, guys. So my name is Gatweri. I'm in Nairobi County, but from Meru County, and I'm in Nairobi right now as I address the forum. And what has caught my eye is the launch of the new trains that are being called the VIP or whatever they are calling it. And I'm looking at the SGR project in a whole, and I compare it to what I experienced in Germany. And I have just put those clips on my timeline right now. And I just want to state that the state of kuchukulia development ovyo instead of wanting to bring a Kenya to the level that we deserve to be in 2024 in the administrations that we have experienced, not just with Ruto, but Uhuru, is on another level. And as a champion of like pivots, I also want to push, you need to push for STEM education. Instead of watching the government give us tough education fees, we should fight against it because they are fighting us in a way that is limiting exposure and opportunities, and we should crush it. I'm just mad and I'm happy to be here right now. Okay? So, good evening, guys.
It resonates with most of us here. So, yes, guys, keep asking for the mic. I'm trying to get as many of you as possible on this call. So, keep requesting the mic. The next speaker, kindly, you can proceed. Maybe get us started. What do you want to get off your chest? What's the way forward? What are your views? What path do we think we should take from here? So I think I'll go with Joel. Joel, can you kindly proceed? Okay, guys, can you hear me? I don't think he's on the call. maybe we can have someone else. Okay, Tuk Comrade, tuambie kitu.
Okay, hello guys, hope mnasikia. Mnanisikia?
Yes, I can get you, bro.
Okay, so naitwa Manu, actually from location mimi naishi Donholm. So this JKIA is actually near this na nilewase serve na first point. It's like we are fighting for our future. The current generation imejaa mas today, imejaa young people, unaona, and if we don't fight now, like the exploitation yenye imekuwa since colonization ni kama tu ija change vile mzungu alikuwa na to exploit the leaders, the politicians, they are just exploiting us the same way, unaona. So basically at this point we are just kind of pressing more, just trying to fight for our future, because if we live in a country where like the politicians, they treat themselves kama some gods or whatever, to a point that they exploit people, you cannot demonstrate, like you cannot fight for your rights, you know, itakuwa mbaya, because basically they are, I don't know, let's say kind of, it's more than exploitation, because at this point it's like they are fighting for their own deeds to a point that ni kama they are forming alliances against the people of Kenya. Juzi nimeona like this guy and to form kind of handshake, wanted kind of an handshake, but the people of Luameri's concerns is kind of a back down. So unaona, it's like the government and the oppressor and the opposition is forming itself to defend itself and defend their bad deeds against the public who are just asking for accountability. So at this point imekuwa ni kama tumekuwa alone, we have no one to support us. So it's like we have the Kenyan youth, the Kenyans, Gen Zs, and everyone in general mwenye na feel this is our responsibility to fight for our rights of accountability of our taxes and everything, unaona. So kesho, just urge people, you stay safe, and kama unajua unakuja, just do it for the good. Kama unajua unakuja kukosavo kama nini, weka tu nyumbani, hakuna haja ukuje ama uko na push agenda you make online ama kwa ground. And these people are paid kukosavo kwa nini, just don't do it. Actually at this point in a bow, and we are not enemies of our own people. Actually, I can say the politicians are enemies of ourselves, because they are defending themselves by fighting us, hiring goons to beat people, to steal from people, to loot. It's actually a bad picture to the Kenyans and everyone in general. So at this point, kesho mkwe too safe, and let's vote for our country. JKIA is not for sale. JKIA belongs to Kenya, and we have many problems to fight for. So stay safe. Have a happy demonstrations, and a safe one too. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, bro. Okay, guys. So I see the requests are coming through. So in the meantime, my current speakers, maybe you can proceed kindly as I try and get more people into the broadcast. I see my co-host, Mr. Milton, is here. So I will kindly ask him if he's got any remarks to make as we proceed. If not, maybe Clophas, you can take over in the meantime.
Okay, thank you, Nyakundi, for having me. I appreciate. So mine will be in regard to the movement. So far, we've had good gains, very good gains. But my feeling is we're not protecting enough what we've gained, and we're not calling ourselves in order, and we encouraging fights amongst ourselves, which is not good for the movement, and this does not spare anyone. I also know, and you know, that you yourself, you've been a victim of the same. People where they feel if you tweet something, maybe you are against the movement or you pro the government. So far, we had the CSS dismissed, but we refuse to get into dialogue, and as a result, we're having the president getting back to the same CSS. I feel like we could have jumped in to make sure we have in our demand that all the fired CSS should not be hired back, but we didn't do that. And we're going on with more demands, but we don't even get to protect the gains we've had. So, Mr. Nyakundi, I feel like going forward, it should be important that we make sure we protect. There's too much noise on the background, Mr. Nyakundi. I don't know, maybe it's from your end. Anyway, for conclusion, I just feel like we should do all that we can to protect the gains that we've had so far, and also do it for the benefit of the country, so that everything that we do, we make sure we keep our country intact.
Guys, I don't
that at the
hear
end of the
I don't hear
day,
anything
we
from my
have a
side.
country to fight for, and we have a country to protect. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Clovis. I think there's someone with their mic on. You were trying to tell us something, bro. We can hear you. We can hear you, but you can't hear us, but we can hear you. So kindly fix your connection. So in the meantime, can I have Mike? Mike, you can proceed.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I trust you can hear me, Cyprian.
Yes, I can.
Well, so I think it's high time now. We've noticed what is going on. We've seen each and everything that is happening, and we have to act, and not just act by words, and act by action. And we are getting tired of this thing being a back and forth. Here, I'm saying this, you're saying that. I'm saying this, you're saying that. This time we need action, and this time we're gonna act in a way they are not expecting. Tomorrow is the day we are gonna turn up. We are gonna turn up and turn up in great numbers, and they'll not believe. For everyone and every soul that we've lost, may they rest in peace. And also, let's keep on the fight and let's fight on. Avoid all this propaganda that is going on. We know that there are some people being used to say this and to counter whatever is happening. But we have to be strong to the movement and also keep on and be focused. Thank you, and all the best tomorrow, and have a great night, my people.
Thank you very much for where us from. Okay. We can proceed to the next speaker. Guys, I hope mnanisikia. So my next speaker, kindly proceed. J. Paul. Can we have J. Paul? J. Paul, kindly, if you can hear me.
Can somebody proceed first, then I take up next because I'm finalizing something.
Okay, no worries, no worries.
Okay,
So
Cyprian Kidogo. So everyone, welcome
yes.
on board on this space today. Many people, I'm sure, maybe you will find some people fear
Guys,
talking.
Maniskia. I don't hear anybody talking.
Someone is talking, Rahij.
Mr.
So I'm
Cyprian.
saying,
So you seem to
Kama
have a problem
unasikia
with your
mtu
connection.
arise mkono juu.
Let me allow you to fix your connection first, then you can rejoin the space. Because we can hear you, but you can't hear us. Is that okay?
What is happening here? I don't hear anybody talking.
fix
Okay,
your
Milton, you can.
fix your connection, Rahija. Everyone is hearing you. It's you can't hear anyone. So I want to encourage, first of all, everyone on this space to be free. Talk out. And as we said before, in this space, everyone is going to be given the mic. It's not going to be something where like it's kind of monotonous for certain individuals. You are free to talk and you are free to criticize whoever you want to criticize on this space. We can't tell people not to criticize us while we are criticizing anyone who is in power and wherever. We are free to be criticized. Feel free to criticize anything you want to criticize on this space. This is a free space. Feel free. So we can move maybe to our next speaker. Victor? Mike has already talked, right? So the guys who've already talked and they're okay, you can bring them down and you pull other speakers up.
I've brought up some new speakers, so they can kindly take them.
Phil, you can continue. You can speak.
Okay. I think you are getting me clear. So what I'm trying to say is that kesho wenye tunatokea tutokee. Kama utokei usisumbuane na mtu, usianze kuforce mtu atokee. Kama utokei usianze kuambia mwingine sijui leo ni kifo nini usitokee. No. We tokea ile namba yenye tutakuwa tuone kama tunaweza fanya huyo mzee atusikize. Juu nimeona ameongea na kiburi huko kwao jana. Amesema tuko faceless, formless. Mazee anatuita eti hatuna form. Hiyo ni kitu mbaya. So we have to pull up our socks. Tukue wengi mazee bana. Kama last week wenye tulitokea, mi natokeanga huku Kitengela. Na huwa tuna okay.
I think we've lost him on the space. Phil, you can speak.
Hello, niaje? Unanisikia? Hello.
Bana,
Guys.
just go ahead. Easy kama simu ya
Cheki majamani aje. Bana, kesho tutokee kwa wingi. Si tunakuja leo ruti ya Mlolongo, kesho tutokee. Ama jamaa wanatufinya, lazima pia sisi tuwafinye ndio wajue sisi tuliwapigia kura hapo hivyo. Huyu jamaa, huyu Ruto huyu kwanza. Tunamuitanga Ruto. Huyu jamaa anaongea tu vibaya, ni kama hii Kenya ni yake. Tumuoneshe kesho hii Kenya ni yetu. Mnasikia majamaa? Hii Kenya ni yetu na sisi ndio tunawalipa na hizo taxes zetu. Wasikuwa wanaendesha ndege tunawapea hizo do, alafu si huku chini tunaumia. So kesho tutokee. Mimi majamaa wengi sana hapa hivi wanalia sana wana job. Mimi kwanza sina job. Nacheki. Ama jamaa ametufinya sana. Mimi nimegraduate lakini sina job. Na hustle tu hapa Nairobi. Lakini kesho wenye tutafika tufike kwa wingi. Ni hiyo majamaa.
Okay, thank you, Phil. J. Paul, you can proceed. J. Paul?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, are you ready now? So you kindly proceed.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, sawa.
So natumai kila mtu ako poa, mmeshinda poa. So and I wanted to start from where Ruto left over the weekend, where he said that sisi tuko formless. Jamaa anatuonyesha tu madarau. Na from the recent happenings venye imefanyika, mtu yote hata kama wewe ni mjinga aje, unajua tu Ruto cannot get out of power by a ballot. Huyu jamaa tukimwacha ati sasa tuseme to give up sahi ama hata tufanye nini, you will use the same tactics yenye ametushindia nayo to rig 2027 election and even to change the constitution. Because sahi kwa hiyo parliament hata ukiona mtu kama kina Karen Nyamu, kina Sujana, hata Ruto akitaka change constitution sahi, those people cannot give kukata, hawezi kata. So the only options tuko nayo ni the streets. The only option tuko nayo ni the streets. So we are going to do this because for our future, we're going to do this for our kids and for our parents and our watu walidanganya tukiwa wadogo, and for our great grandparents. So I'm into this na natumai kila mtu mwenye hapa ako pia into this, na tomorrow tutakutana street. Na mjue kuwa change in this country and mostly in African countries will never come through a ballot. Umeona change ya watu kama watu wa Burkina Faso they are experiencing now. They have chased all these people wenye wanakuwa na mine minerals zao. Nini? Haikuwa through a ballot. It's not through a ballot. It was through military coup. Ndio now people saizi they are seeing some positive changes. Sisi tukisema hata tunangoja tutue ballot at democracy, tunakuja tunaenda kuvota, we are going to vote out William Ruto. William Ruto hata sidhani kama shinda nini free and fair. Yeye ni kuiba tu. That guy will rig us out and he will use the same tactics yenye ametushinda nayo sahi, atatumia hiyo 2027. Atajua when I do this nitashinda watu hata regardless of what nini. So let us keep pushing on to press kabisa. Asanteni.
This guy by the name Deka, you can proceed. Your hand is up. You can talk.
Hi, Milton. Hi, Cyprian. Can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Let me start by saying somebody who here was talking about dialogue again. If majority of people have said there'll be no dialogue, shut up with that bullshit. Also, we have realized that it's a reality Ruto is trying to sell the country. Why are we here trying to say that there is a way of removing him by an election? That is impossible. The guy is a dictator and he wants to sell the country so that he can remain as a chief to Western forces. The reality is we are more than the people he's sending to kill us. So tomorrow, no one should let anyone be arrested. Those white trucks that carry people to go and get slaughtered, no one should enter them as you look. Do not watch anyone being arrested. You are thousands, they are small hundreds. No one should be arrested as you look. And also, another thing, as we march, let us ensure this is where we start the endless march. No one, if people have the spirit of standing out at night, if people want to continue into the next day and the next day, let no one be a detractor telling people to go back home. This is the one opportunity we have of removing this demon, and we have to fight by all means. He's already deploying mercenaries. He was sending people from Uganda were here shooting people, and the Ugandan media identified them. Why will we stand and watch our people getting killed as we watch? No one should be arrested as we watch. That is my piece for today. Thank you.
Ambience, proceed.
Okay. Mi nachukua hii nafasi kushukuru kwa nafasi kuongelesha space. Mimi kuna mambo machache ambayo nimegundua kuhusu siasa ya Kenya. You know, someone like Raila, that man, I trusted him for so long. But what Raila has done, my trust in that man has just ended. That one I cannot lie. Mimi hata kura ikifanyika hii mwaka, mimi Raila siwezi mpigia kura kwa sababu hakuna vile wananchi wanaweza jitokeza wanalalamika, and most of us are saying we don't want dialogue, we want action. Ruto ameshapanga cabinet nini, MPs ameshapanga vile serikali yake ataweka. Raila anatumika kuhijack ile mission yenye Wakenya walikuwa wameanzisha na vijana most. Mimi kitu tu ningependa kuexpress kwa hii space, ningependa kuambia Wakenya tujitokeze, tuonyeshe Ruto hiyo wakati yenye Wakenya walikuwa wanadanganywa na kuambiwa mambo ya uongo yenye alitumia wakati wa campaign imetosha. If he is not going to act, let Ruto face the action of the people, kwa sababu we are tired. Kwa sababu how comes jamaa ameona wananchi wamekufa, instead to control with us analia about property. You know that thing people are saying many times, but this man is not getting it. Mimi tu ningependa tu kama Wakenya tujitokeze kesho, Ruto aone Wakenya kweli tumechoka, and if it get out of hand itabidi sasa Wakenya wote tuwawe. Kama nataka aongoze nchi peke yake ni sawa, lakini Ruto, enough is enough. Pia sisi tumesema, in case kuna wale watu wenye kwa space wanasikiza, pia waambie Ruto, pia sisi tumesema enough is enough. Kama ni mbaya ni mbaya, nchi ni ya Wakenya, nchi si ya Ruto. Juzi nimeona kuna hii nini yenye inaendelea ya minerals zenye Wakenya wanajaribu kuongea, wanasema minerals zinachimbwa. This thing imekuwa tu silently, hakuna kitu yenye imeongelewa, and yet wanasema Kenya iko na debt. Debt zitalipwa aje na kuna resources zenye government inaweza initiate pia watumie kulipa? You know, Kenyans we are tired. By the way, this thing yenye watu tunafanya tukienda kwa barabara, sio ati tunafanya kwa ujinga. Ruto should know, na kama ni mtu mwenye anajifunza, as a good leader you must learn. And Raila, hata watu wake kama wako hapa, nimeona watu kama Mbadi, hata Oguda, huyo jamaa nimemnyang'anya mark sana. Huyo jamaa pia ni mtu mwingine bure kabisa. Sifuna, we are learning things from people. Sifuna pia ni mtu mwingine mbaya sana. Sasa hivi leo Wakenya wamegundua there are people who are after benefiting themselves. Sasa hivi uone wakiongea. Patielo wamekuwa kila dakika wakiongea kitu kimoja wamecomment, wamejibu as our defenders. But sasa hivi leo tumeanza kuwa serious, tumeona ile mission yao hakuna, wamenyamaza. Mimi nimependa wale wanasiasa wenye wanasimamia wa Kenya na wanaongea about what Kenyans need. Na hii space iendelee hivi, tusaidiane, tufundishane. Hii Kenya ita change. Ruto akae akijua Wakenya wameamka. Hata tuongoza vile anataka. Hivyo tu.
Thank you so much, Ambience. King Kai, your hand is up. Proceed. If he's not ready, maybe we can proceed to Kesh. Kesh, you can talk.
Good evening, guys. I hope kila mtu ako poa. Me actually I'm here kuongea kuhusu the missing person, the missing people actually, and napata a lot of DMs. A lot of people are missing kutoka 25th and the last protest ilikuwa Tau CBD. So we have come up with an idea ya kuprint placards to be used tomorrow with the missing people faces, the missing persons faces, and the number to call in case wapatikane. Because we have tried to amplify this message on Twitter, and it's not working, but at least today, like 5 people were found, luckily. So still like 13, 20 more are missing. We don't know where they are. Ingine hata ni kama it's kidnapping, because a lady was abducted in Thika and she was found in Migori and wamekataa kumrelease. They just texted the mother and said she called the mother, alipoa sema apigie mamake akamwambia, hi mom, I am okay, lakini usipige hii number and don't distribute my posters. So it's like kind of kidnapping. We don't know. So please, if you get any poster ya mtu yoyote ako missing and you can share it widely in Facebook, IG or anywhere, please kindly do share, because wazazi wanalia sana. People are missing for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Someone is still missing. You don't know if the person is alive or not. Unajua heri mtu mwenye unajua kwenye yako, hata kama ako jela, you know person is in jail but not missing. So kindly, please. Tomorrow I have one guy. I'll share his number. I'll share his handle. For timeline. Tomorrow he will distribute placards in the morning at CBD. You guys, when you march to JKIA, you can use the placards. So we want to get this missing persons. Thanks. And for tomorrow, please kindly tokeeni mkiwa watu wengi. There is power in numbers. I've seen they have started threatening people, telling them that it's a protected area, JKIA, but najua it's not in the constitution. I know very well that. So you guys tomorrow as you march in, and make sure you have someone march in groups, march in numbers to avoid these abductions. Hizi ndio hatutaki, hizi abductions. Mtu uko naye akijaribu kushikwa mnamvamia mwenye anamshika. That's how we can be safe. Make sure you are with someone that you know or anyone, just be in numbers. Yeah, mtuke kwa wingi, please. There is power in numbers. Don't let the police overpower you like last time. Otherwise, have a good evening, everyone. And please, if you have any missing person, still you can DM me. We make the posters and the placards. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kesh. On the topic you've just talked about, it is so sad that we are in a country where we are being killed by people who are supposed to lead us. I don't know how you want to lead people who you're killing. And I don't know what politicians usually feel or usually think of each and every time. Politician thinks that we can all love them. It is impossible. And when they kill people, don't they think they will die? Let's give a chance to Danny to speak. The guys who have spoken, at least you can be dropped so that others come in. Isi kama zile zingine watu wanakaa sana. Drop them and then others get it. Danny, you can speak.
Milton, kindly give me 3 minutes. You can give someone meanwhile. Please. I was doing something. I finish up.
Okay, Nakuru speaker. Nakuru. You can speak. The guy with the handle of Nakuru. Go ahead. I don't think he can hear us. Maybe he's having an issue with his network connection or the internet connection. The guy with the name Antid, proceed.
Oh, mnanisikia?
Go ahead.
Oh, mi nilikuwa nataka kusemaje? Venye jana Ruto aliongea nyasi jana. So kuna unajua yeye alienda huko ushago alienda kuongea na watu ushago huko. Wenye watu hata hawana stima, hawajui chenye kinaendelea kwa ground. So si ndio tuko kwa ground. Mimi naishi hapa karibu na Syokimau, so from penye niko mi wana tu ndege ikilanda. So anytime kukaa kuna wa mlolongo hivyo tukitokea si wote na wakitengela alafu na wa town tupatane ni hivyo. Msetu lazima akue kwa ground. Lazima tumwangushe ndio atusikize. Hakuna vile anaenda huko ushago, si akuja ongelea upuzi alikuwa anaongelea juzi huku. Story na ushaga tutaki akuje town. Kwa sababu tunajua kitu inaendelea kwa ground. Ni hivyo.
Thank you so much. Guys, you are allowed to rant. Say whatever you want to say. Yeah, this is a free space. Here hata ukuwe na 2 followers utaongea. Hapa si ma verified account pekee. There's a lady by the name Sharon. Proceed. If she can't hear, Ontuga, you seem to be having a very burning issue. Proceed and then you get dropped down.
Okay, guys, can you hear me?
Proceed.
Okay, thanks for this opportunity. Mi kwanza kitu ningependa kusisitiza, if you see those tweets, those tweets where people are posting people who have been missing, please kindly repost them. Ndio tutasaidiana kunoa watu wenye wamepotea, watu wapatikani wametafutwa na their kins na wapatikani. Secondly, venye there's a guy walikuwa nasema venye Ruto jana alikuwa huko mashinani, you know, alienda kutumia watu huko mashinani try to threaten us because watu huko mashinani don't have a lot of information that we have. So that's why you saw even the population that turned out was big. Na ilikuwa na chant Kenya yeye anataka kusikia. Na probably hao watu hata walilipwa. So guys, Kenya Ruto wanataka kufanya saa hii, acha isisimamishe wa movement. If I quote John F. Kennedy vile alisema, those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable. Please guys, kesho tutokee. Isikuwe ni ati tunaambiana hapa online and then kesho tupate tuko wachache. You know what will make us defeat them is our numbers, because we don't have weapons. Our weapon ni phone na maybe our flag. Please guys, make sure tomorrow you turn up. Numbers is what will help us achieve what we want. Thank you.
Thank you so much. There is always power in numbers, and when you don't have the numbers and you lose focus, you're going nowhere. That is it. That is something that is very important. Numbers. Dennis, you can speak.
Sawa. Okay, niko hapa. Mimi ni Dennis kutoka Kisumu, and first and foremost nataka kusema big up kwa kujitokeza na kuonyesha bravery. Ya pili nataka comment hii decision ya kupick JKIA kama stage yetu kesho. Yeah, you see venye tulikuwa town walikuwa wanaongea alafu wana take advantage for the fact that tumesurroundiwa na businesses, so wana hire goons na ina interfere na our peaceful demonstration. Huko JKIA hawana hiyo advantage, sisi ndio tuko na advantage juu kuna international eyes, yeah, wanatuona and waweze leta hiyo ujinga, plus waweze tuma mapolisi wakafikiria JKIA. I think naambia big up, alafu kesho tujitokeze, yeah, kwa wenye wezi kufika. I think show support huku social media, you see, na wenye wako na different opinion, I think it's better to keep quiet, support juu division ndio power yao, lakini tukiwa united sisi ndio tuko na hiyo power. So let us that power, let us be united and front this enemy na to make sure win. Ni hiyo tu kwa sasa.
Thank you so much, my brother. Vincent, you can talk. I don't think we can hear him. So, Kenya, there's a guy with a handle of Kenya. You can proceed.
Yes. Good evening, all wonderful Kenyans. I just have a simple submission to make tonight. First of all, thank you for the progress you've made ever since the revolution began. For the majority of the courageous Kenyans who fought in the front line.
I think you are having a network
you're
problem.
enjoying a few.
Kenya, I think you're having a network problem. Fix it so that at least people can hear you when you're talking. In the meantime, Moses can
Just
talk.
confirm if you can.
Yeah, hello.
Your system is having a lot of echo, so we can't hear you well.
Okay,
so fix
this is
it.
Moses.
Hello?
Moses, can I speak now?
Yeah, Moses, speak.
Okay, thank you for this space, and I appreciate for hosting us. I had a lot of issues to talk about with this government and how they are running their political ways. These people are highlighting that our guys are going back to the villages, trying to incite the villagers against those people who are living in the urban areas. Now, politicians use those scores. Example, now they want to garner numbers in the villages which they then will interfere with the information we have. Now, but they are forgetting that people who have more information, like informed, well, who are ready to go and make revolution and change, are people who are living in urban centers. Now, because we are the people, we have come out from our villages because we are no longer living on the neolithic areas, or maybe we are using stone hotel. Now, they are trying to go back there, inciting the villagers against people who are living in urban centers. If they succeed doing that, with the same back and forth, going back to the villagers and then siding against people who are trying to bring revolution in town, maybe they will throw us out of the game. Now, that is why we are supposed to mobilize any urban settler who feel maybe amefinywa na serikali. Hapana ingia katika games ya serikali ya kukimbia village huko kuincite baguga huko nyumbani alafu tunarudi hapa. So that has to mean we should also be talking to our parents, if our parents are back at home, that these people are implementing laws which are selling our country. Now, because they said political is a game of contact, it has now we go to the ground. Like tomorrow I'll be on town I'm not be able to reach the KIA. I don't know about that, but I'll mobilize even if my 3 guys in Kwaplot, Susonge Nawao, and I know everything will be all right to Kisonga Ivo. So we stop the politicians from driving some narratives, now bringing the villagers, bringing the Wases. Now they are bringing the old even the speakers to speak in the, like media houses. They are bringing the old MPs. Now they had time to do something. What the best can they do now? They don't have anything to do. No, now let us go fight for our rights, and I'm sure we'll survive. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Kokon, you can speak.
Thank you for the opportunity. Nilikuwa nataka niongele 4 issues hapa. Kesho tukienda kuoccupy JKIA, our revolution lies in our numbers. Kesho tukikuja watu wengi ndo tutakuwa able to achieve kitu tunataka. Alafu nimeona a letter from the IG anasema ati JKIA is a protected area. Polisi walikuwa wapi JKIA ikikuwa list to Adani Corporation? Like saini anaona ati as a protected area, ati anasema ati watu wasiende huko. What the fuck you IG, fuck Ruto. Like mnatubeba aje bana, sisi watoto. Na parliament pia nimewaona wanarudi recession kesho, like kesho wakijaribu kufanya hiyo maneno wanafanya. Tunataka JKIA tukipitia hapo wamesema ati ni 90 million wame lose this time, wana lose more than like the whole parliament. Alafu nimeona gava inasema the main source of revenue ni tax. Atukatai, yes, ni tax which is not accounted for. Na nimeona kuna a lot of minerals hapa Kenya. Mbona hii minerals inakuwa kama personal nini ya our MPs? Kesho tutokee majamaa tuna occupy hiyo kitu, wase wangu wa Kware pipeline Mlolongo tutokee. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Nyadi, I see the handle is Nyadi something. Nyadimo, speak.
Okay, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Guys, so far we have so many voices of reasons from different platforms, which is very good. And the truth, guys, is we must be deliberate. The opportunity we have now should be properly and accurately executed, because we might never have another opportunity. As we speak, we have managed to disrupt the political system. We can see both the government and the opposition, it's shaken, which is very good. That was our first strategy, which has worked very well. Second is tomorrow we are aiming to disrupt, we are doing the economic disruption, and we have strategic places to face. And one of our target tomorrow is the JKIA. Remember, these guys, like President Ruto, is somebody who has been in government for since 1990. He has machinery, he has network, and now he has power.
Yeah. Okay, may I speak?
Yes. Hello? So, unless...
Kindly, please, kindly let those who've not muted their mic. When you're not talking, kindly mute your mic. Proceed.
As I was saying, Ruto is someone who has been in government for more than 40 years. He has got network, he has power now, and he has connection. So this war need a lot of strategy. But without strategy, we will be making noise day in, day out. As we have managed to deplatform both the opposition and the government, now let's now interrupt the economy until such a time he will realize that we are the owners of this country. We are the employers, not the vice versa. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. I think Tooth something, you can speak.
Thanks for the opportunity. It's tomorrow. I hope we really turn out in large numbers. Everyone who's around, even the people who are outside the country. If you have an opportunity to jet back in, fly back tomorrow and then start occupying JKIA from inside. So as much as we are protesting and we are going to occupy all these places tomorrow, when we're talking about the way forward, I hope we also start thinking about solutions, African solutions and Kenyan solutions that will benefit us, because I see today they just launched business class and some executive train on the SGR. Yet the train that goes from the commuter rail, the Nairobi commuter rail, the one that goes from Nairobi to Kitengela, the one that goes from even all the way to Kibera, those trains, the doors ni zile za choo. And if anyone gets an opportunity to get on them, please take a picture and post on Twitter, because it's wild. So they're trying to launch projects, they're trying to do this and this to try to quell the situation and show that they're working. But when you really look at it, it's just sad. So let's keep on going, guys. Let's motivate each other and let's go.
Thank you so much, Martin. Sharon, let Sharon speak first and then we'll go to Martin. Sharon, proceed.
All right, thank you so much. I hope you can hear me clearly. Okay, so yangu ya kwanza ni kuambia ya kwanza. First and foremost, we should know that we are dealing with a dictator. Ruto is just, fuck him, like I'm so hungry at him. First tunadina dictator. Anajua vizuri sahi, we are going through hell. Hello, I can hear some commotion. Hello.
Anyone who has, let everyone mute their mics. Proceed, Sharon.
Okay, sorry, I think mnaweza nipata sasa. Okay, nilikuwa nasema hivi, we are dealing with a dictator. Why this person hana interest yetu kwa hati yake as youth. Saa hii si time ya kukuja kutuambia aje ati the IDs we've been using will be renewing them after every 10 months. What happened to the old IDs that you have been using? Aya, saa hii again si time ya kutuambia that they are launching sijui the so-called SGR business whatsoever, whereby it goes for 12,000 per person. Come on, fuck him. Say, who needs that? Watoto wetu hawaendi shule. Personally, I work. Nanunua pads, bado naongezewa bei ya pads. What happened to that pupil back at home? That student mwenye haezi hata afford hata hii pad, the one we are buying at 100 shillings. Unaanza kutuambia tununue at 150. Again, they say they are dwelling away with this finance bill thing, yeah? But everything yenye wali propose kupandisha kwa hiyo bill, trust me, you say, kwenye niko na buy mkate 70 bob, yeah? Yet huku chini wanasema sijui the bill is not there nini nini. Ya kwanza ningependa tu kuambia tukiamua kani mbaya ikwe ni mbaya, unaona? Atuendi kucelebrate, atuendi kwa sherehe, atuendi kwa party. We are going to fight. So for them who will remain, let's continue. And for our soldiers, please, RIPs to everyone who is dying in the process. We are sorry, but we need this as youth. Kesho, tutoke, like let's do this, we can. So hii ndio opportunity moja pekee yenye tuko nayo, yenye tukiacha ipite, manze itakam tena. It is now or never. So big up to everyone who will show up tomorrow, and hey, you can do this, Viva. God bless.
Thank you so much, Sharon. Chairman of Truthful Men Organization, proceed.
Yeah. My name is Davis. Thank you very much for the space. I would like to say this. I'm a very disappointed man this evening. The Gen Zs have given us an opportunity as the millennials. The ball is now on our side. Let the revolution take place. And nobody can say that revolution can take place without people dying. Let us go for this. The millennials must show themselves. Let us take this mantle. Let us score the goal. Then we can now plan on the way forward. Mine was just to give you guys a heads up that we need to go for this maandamano. And we must get it however it should be. Let us think about what we should do next after we go for this maandamano without sleeping for even up to 3 days or even a week, so that we can crumble and bring the president down to his knees. Those are my words. Let's meet tomorrow for that maandamano. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my brother. Let Dani speak, then Gaito will follow. Dani, proceed.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you so much, Milton. Thank you so much, Cyprian, for the space. And thank you for always highlighting these vices that we have around that are going on in Kenya. A lot has been happening. A lot has been going on. Every day we get knowledge and information of these vices that are happening. But mine, I just want to encourage us not to give up, not to lose hope. The train has left the station. It's not going back. It can't go back. Once the train leaves the station, there's no turning back. Sasa tuendelee kusonga, tufinye kabisa, tufinye. Kesho tutoke in large numbers. We should not relent. We should not get tired. If I speak so much of these issues, I think I'll be repeating myself because ever since we started this movement, we all know the problems that we have in Kenya. So what we need to do is to keep on pushing. We push and we push and we push. We solve, or rather we attack one issue at a time. Tomorrow we occupy JKIA. Then next we will definitely we will be on board with something else. So for me, I'll say that we should speak one language. I'm glad that as of today, we are all speaking one language of JKIA, because about 1 week ago, some were, let's occupy Uhuru Park, let's occupy CBD, let's occupy JKIA, let's occupy Major Highway, but I'm glad that as today, we are speaking one language. So we should keep on pushing and pushing. Something else I wanted to kindly request, Cyprian, as you always give us these intels of the loopholes that are in the government, we are personally, I would like to request you to kindly, tokens zimekuwa expensive. Kitambo ulikuwa unaweka tokens za 500 unapewa I don't know almost 50 units. Siku hizi tokens za 500 you are given like 20 units or even less. 1000 you get like 30, 20 something units. As in it's becoming bad and worse. We are going from bad to worse every day. So we all know the corruption that is happening in Kenya. We all know the issues that we are facing. So let's keep on pushing. We shouldn't relent. We shouldn't get tired. We should always remember that the power belongs to the people. We, the people, we have the power. You know, Ruto and the likes, they're forgetting that we are the ones who elected them, that the power belongs to us. You know, he's talking with arrogance as if ni yeye alijieka hapo. As if, I don't know what his mission is. Does he want to kill every Kenyan so that he can rule over ashes? Or what is the problem? Why is he killing people and without, as in, I'm just annoyed, I'm just mad when we go to the street, I see people dropping down. You know, you leave the house, you don't know if you'll come back or not. Will you come back alive or dead? You don't even know. You don't know what will happen to you outside there. Something else tomorrow.
outside here, but you make it like to be like to each and every member. It is like a random thing. So nitaongea vitu chache tu kwa ajili okay, for now mtu akiuliza saizi of which tunaenda streets kwa nini, hakuna swali kama hiyo saizi. In the morning tulikuwa na that diversion kidogo of which I saw it ikiendelea pale space wapi but it is better for now, at least tuna speak in unity na tunajua like ni JKIA na ni JKIA ndo tunaenda, of which imekuwa poa sana, of which tunaona tukiendelea hivi at least sasa Ruto ataona kuna kitu tunafanya. Kitu ya kwanza huyu jamaa ametuweka chini sana, cause tumemwambia fanya hii, ameenda amekaa chini na wale watu wenye ako na akili zao, wale wanamsurround pale akili mbovu, wamekuja hapo wamemwambia okay umewaweza. Amerudi pale kwa kanisa, after kanisa amekuja ameongelesha watu matope sana, of which unaona ni kama anaona sisi where do we belong, kwani sisi tumezaliwa wapi? Hiyo country si ya mtu mmoja, hii country ni yetu wote. So hiyo statement yenye alimake huko after kwenda kwa kanisa, hata I don't know which church can host this guy, and then guy kama huyu anakuja kwa streets alafu anaongelesha watu matope hivyo. So we going out, afa tumuonyeshe si ndio tulimweka pale na tunaweza mtoa pale, na hatuendi huko kumtoa kabisa kwa zili tunataka good governance. Niyo governance ndio tunataka. Hatuwezi kuambia dissolve parliament, wewe unaenda na dissolve alafu unakuja unafanya shuffle. Unatuleteaje tena chirchir hapa kwa cabinet? Kwani sisi ni wajinga ama ni nini? Hatujui chenye tunataka, ama unalipa watu kidogo alafu unaona like okay you can manage the state. Hatutalao hiyo. So majamaa tutoke mapema vile watu venye watu wanaraukanga mapema wanaenda stadium. Adono kulikuwa na time nyingine watu waliambiwa sijui watenda stadium na watapewa a short course each and every person. Watu wakacamp stadium. Adono mkaongeleshwa, watu waliongeleshwa nini? The same thing ndinafaa tuamke kesho na mapema, tuende huko tuonyeshe huyu jamaa, hata kama uko Nairobi, uko wapi, Kisii, Kakamega, Migori, wapi, toka nje, fight for your life, fight for the next generation. So niyo tu ndiye naweza sema, tutoke majamaa. Thanks Nyakundi.
Thank you so much. I can give Mwok. Your hand is up. Proceed.
Thank you so much, Milton. Thank you, Cyprian Nyakundi, for the platform. Just to contribute, I have just a few lines to make. My concern is only with how things are running so fast, and how the government are trying to play the cat and mouse game in this. And we realized that immediately when there was occupancy in the parliament, they sat down very quickly and they sent MPs home for recess. And today they are back. And the first thing the Wetangula is telling us is that they are going to have chance for them to table the finance bill back for the MPs to vote. So this definitely means that there was some time lapse they wanted to create to make people feel, to make people tired, to make people slow down on whatever they were trying to look. and maybe to bring some mixed reactions to see on how to deal with the public, with the Gen Zs. And right now it is like they are getting back to the default set of their way of doing things. And looking at some of the few member of parliaments in certain rallies, you see they are very determined, and they say, and like I had Osoro of Mugirango telling us that given chance, they are still going to vote yes for that document. And even MP Wamolo, that is John, also said that they are not going to relent in that document. When the document is brought back to the House, they are ready to vote it yes. So the government is not serious about what they are doing. Ruto is not even serious. Is like he squandered the chance that he was given. So I see we are planning to occupy the JKIA tomorrow. And I think the government should not sell people fear, and the people should not fear about what the government is likely to do. It is a movement, it is a revolution, it is something that you have to execute, because whether you execute it or not, the casualties are already there, and we shall have so many casualties given time. If we fail to get Ruto out of that office, the entire system, then casualties will be something that people will not imagine of. So I would suggest people should have a strategy of reoccupying the parliament completely and send the MPs home. They should ensure that there is no MP sitting back. There is no business in that house until we have new members, because these members are people who are both left, right, and center, and they will dance in the tune of our president, that is Ruto. So the best way we send Ruto home, we need to send MPs home first. Once the MPs are sent home, then Ruto will also follow. That's what I just wanted to put across. Thanks, Milton.
Thank you so much, Mook. I beg to differ with you because I don't think our focus now is not on Parliament. Our focus is on the main man. Yeah, we shouldn't lose focus. We were already done with Parliament. We were already done with the MPs. That was a done thing. There's nothing else you're going to do at Parliament. Story yao iliisha. Story yao ma parliamentarian, the story of MPs iliisha. Yeah, they already like occupying the judiciary, occupying parliament, sorted those guys out. So thank you so much. Shikuku.
Thank you so much, Milton, for the and Cyprian for the chance. I hope I'm audible. So, what I would like to say, as we are going out tomorrow to occupy the JKIA and to make it to deliver our message once again, I would like to say that since this movement, we started this movement, there has been there was our message mainly was that we want the good governance, we want no corruption, and this message has fallen on deaf ears because Ruto has shown time and time again, and the political class, that they are not listening to what we are saying to them. So going forward, our movement with this movement, we should start thinking of ways of forming, of organizing ourselves much better, and going in there and taking the bull by the horns. Because how do we take the bull by the horns? First, we get rid of Ruto, he goes away, and then next we start looking on how we can get our people into those positions, because we have to get in there to do the change that we want. These guys are showing that they don't want the change that we are telling them to make. So it's up to us to take the honors on ourselves to go in there and take this. The millennials, the Gen Zs, 2027 is not far away, or even if it comes much earlier, we must get ready now to go in there ourselves. These guys are not going to do it, and that's why right now, as we have baked this cake, we have pushed for good governance, and they're making some adjustments. You can see some old salamanders like Kina Joho, Kina Oparanya positioning themselves to eat this cake that we have baked. It's we who have died in the streets. None of them was talking about these issues. None of them has done anything for this movement, and now they want to reap. You can see Mbadi, all these guys. They want to eat this cake. We should say no, and if we want them not to eat this cake, we should be there, because if we don't, then politicians will always be politicians, and when they see a gap, they will take it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brother Francis Gaido. Go ahead.
Testing, can you hear me?
Proceed.
Okay. Thank you very much, Milton and Cyprian, for hosting me and this beautiful space. Mine is just about tomorrow and talking about the weaknesses. We always analyze. The problem is we've been moving forward, repeating the same mistakes and not analyzing our weaknesses. Our weaknesses has been we've been going home. I wonder why you've been going home as if the job is done. Once you get to like June 25th, it was a full house in Nairobi CBD. After our comrades stormed parliament, you were supposed to stay there and safeguard the revolution, to safeguard the gains. Whoever convinced you to go home was the hidden hand, was the hidden underminer, was the hidden can we call them sellouts who convinced you to go home. So that is the thing. If you're leaving your house tomorrow, if you're participating in this noble activity, then you must be prepared to go the whole 9 yards. You must be prepared to finish the job, to finish kumalo. You must be prepared to do what our ancestors set out to do, but they didn't have the tools to communicate. We now are blessed to have the technology so that we can be leaderless. We don't have to rely on one person. So I don't understand how one person can convince an entire mob to leave a staging area for a revolution and go home. So if it is you who is preparing to go tomorrow, wherever you will be, I may not like, if we have said occupy JKIA, if we have said occupy Mombasa Road, wherever you will be, it's not your duty to go home and abandon the cause, because that's just the beginning. You are the revolution is just but one component. The last speaker spoke about now what next. We have all these aging warlords like Raila Odinga, Oburu Odinga, we have Mbadi. These guys, all of them are opportunists waiting to cash in on where they did not reap. Shameless opportunists, shameless profiteers. They have earned from the sweat of Kenyans every electoral cycle while engaging in these phantom agreements called handshakes. So John Bardi and Co, we are warning you that if you continue making those inflammatory statements, we are going to come for you, John Bardi. Can you shut up? We don't want to hear your comments. Then if we are talking about JKIA, there is a press statement that has just been released by the Inspector General acting. He's talking about it's a protected. No. Those are stories. The protected areas are the military installations. They are what the military is not supposed to be outside tomorrow. So they're trying to sell you fear. The propagandists are overworking because this is a significant moment in the history of Kenya. Let's embrace it. It was never meant to be easy, but the fact that we delayed from June 25th, I had done a tweet that prior to June 25th, there were only 2 casualties. It was Rex Masai and one other protester. Then after June 25th, then the casualties escalated. Why? Because when you went to your estates, when you went to Githurai and Rongai and where, the police came after you there. So your going home is not a guarantee of your safety, as had been promoted by the propagandists. I will not shy to name them. That is Boniface Mwangi. That is Caliph Cairo. Everyone who discouraged you from going to State House, from occupying CBD, anyone who might have discouraged you or even pushed you to go home, did not achieve their intended objective, or so they claimed, that it was all about safety and security. No. So tomorrow, where you walk around in groups, as a previous speaker had spoken about policemen in civilians, if you see any, don't allow your comrades to be picked up by policemen in civilians. Don't allow, because it is illegal. Every police who is assigned for the protest has to be in uniform. So make sure that you don't allow any of your comrades to be picked up or to be arrested or to be held. So move in crowds. We have safety stewards for the goons. Jomo Kenyatta, first of all, for me, it seems like a very strategic idea, because this government does not care about locals, does not care about its own citizens, the people who pay the taxes of the very police who are tear gassing, shooting, and killing us. So what do? Let's go to where Muzungus are, and where is it? It's the airport. Tomorrow probably there'll be senior diplomats landing. So there you are guaranteed that the cops will not shoot aimlessly. They will trigger happy policemen who love just firing at any target, may be asked to exercise restraint. Because why? Because they are Muzungus. So it is the best place, because these guys care about Muzungus than us. If they are Kenyans in diaspora, all of you are supposed to be marching to your respective embassies. The ones in the United States of America, you're supposed to be marching to the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank. Those are the institutions that have underwritten, they have bankrolled our misery, they have bankrolled our oppression. So we must go there in a peaceful manner and submit our memorandums and protest and picket. So I am very motivated to see that there were people who are there today, but I am also disappointed to see that they have gone home. If it was a preamble, if it was a curtain raiser, they should have stayed there and wait for the others to join. So I don't understand with Gen Zs and the protesters, what's this obsession to go home early? I need to understand the psychology behind going home, that at 5 you're tired. At 5 we should be having another consignment of protesters coming to replace perhaps those who are going for a night shift or something. I need to understand the psychology, because we will never reach. And somebody has just suggested over there that maybe we need to storm parliament, but I think right now parliament has been overtaken by events. We could storm there if they embark on shenanigans like approving the CSs who are renamed the deadbeats, the spent cartridges who are renamed by William Ruto the other day, who are reappointed, and even the thugs who have sneaked in there, their names have been sneaked in there. So if tomorrow is to be successful, then you must go with the mindset that you're not going to go back home. That is all I wanted to say. I think that was the most important thing that was coming from me. Thank you very much for allowing me to speak today.
Thank you so much, Abdullah Rahman. Is it? I think I'm right, Abdullah Rahman. Proceed.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. I want to thank you, Cyprian, for the platform. I also want to thank Patriots that throughout this struggle have given us their platforms and the audience and the massive following that they enjoy. I want to mention in a very special way, you can see my sister Madge is down here, Francis Kaido. There is the MCP Peter, there is Amerix, and there is Kibe, I think, and all those others. So I want to thank you, all of you. My sister Kesh, I can see you here, and all those that have used their voices, even when it's an inconvenient thing and when it's uncomfortable. You have worked hard to ensure that we have the voices, the platform to continue our struggle. I support the march to JKIA and the march to occupy everywhere else for the different people that are located in different parts of the country. and those are broad and all that. I support Ruto must go with everything in me because he has proven that for every opportunity he's gotten, he has killed us. I support that we need to have reforms in our country, and that is why I am suggesting, as much as we want to continue with the protests, we ought also to have, as we are exerting pressure and exerting all we're engaging them in the streets and all the warfare we have in the violent boycott and refusal to civil unrest to ensure that we are listened to. I also asking that we unite the divisions that we have seen and people attacking and counter-attacking each other. We could set aside our differences that we might have been having from the past for the sake of our country, because it is bigger than us, it's bigger than everyone else. So we could ensure that we unite for the next couple of days, because our victory is near. I have already seen it, I have heard it, I feel it within my systems that we are about to win. Let us not listen to divide ourselves. I want to call our bigwigs here, Kina Kimuzi, Maj, Jilani, Cyprian. I can see you guys, I've mentioned you. I want us, we strategize and have one platform space, if it is going to be hosted by anyone, irrespective of whoever host is a child of Kenya, is a daughter or a son of Kenya, host a space in which everyone will be in attendance, and we ensure that we divide ourselves into those that are going to be in charge of mobilizing resources for those that are protesting. And also we have intellectuals that are going to ensure we introduce reforms that we want, so that in case we have a chance to implement our reforms constitutionally in forms of law, constitutional amendments and all that. For example, the EACC, we might want to, just for example, I listened to them yesterday in the space held by Mizani saying that they do not have powers to fight corruption. So if we decide to go the constitutional amendment route, we might decide to have those experts that will be engaged in the review of law and the constitution and all that. The other branch that we might need is continuous political education, and so that also when we take over power, we do not repeat the same mistakes that we are accusing the current regimes of. So our plate is full, ladies and gentlemen. I am so excited. I can see victory a few days from now. Let us be each other's brother. Let us be each other's sister. We are countrymen. We are patriots. We are doing this for the love of our motherland. We are doing this because we want to bequeath a better country for those that will come for us. I have had that revolutionaries most of the times do not enjoy the fruits of revolution. So you may be fighting here and you will not be probably even be here when the rest of the people are going to be enjoying the fruits of the revolution. So we are doing this for the country. We are doing this for the love of our motherland. We are tired of seeing other countries progressing and our motherland is stagnated. We are tired of seeing people that do not not even are not as learned as we are, ruling over us, clueless of how to manage an economy, clueless on how to manage the populations. It's a shame we cannot even feed ourselves, our fellow countrymen, and we have resources. Our motherland has minerals, our motherland has water and favorable climate for agriculture. I am so fired up. I don't want to over talk, but I feel like the state, the position and the point we are in life, we are about to achieve. Milton and Cyprian, I thank you a lot for the platform and firing us up. Tomorrow we are up. We ensure that we succeed. And when we are done with this, we take another step. We decide now, at this point now, we want to be having into branches in which we are going to subdivide ourselves into respective, and we unite. We temporarily suspend whatever differences exist amongst us. We fought together as a team and we achieve for the sake of our motherland. Kenya is proud. Our ancestors are proud. Our freedom fighters at Fort Mzungu are proud of us. Thank you so much and blessed evening for everyone.
Thank you so much, Abdurrahman. Jelani, you can speak.
Hey guys, thank you so much, Cyprian. Thank you so much, Milton, for this space. I have not spoken in a space in a while because I think every time I join, I want to hear what people have to say. So I want to address a few things even as we look forward to tomorrow, which I am just very optimistic and hopeful that, you know, tomorrow will be successful. I'm hoping that a lot of you come out. We have done the best that we can to push this on social media, to push tags. I literally wake up in the middle of the night to push a tag or to be on a space, to the extent that my friend Kim Woozy was like, "Hey Jelani, you need to sleep. You've not been sleeping very well. You need to sleep." We have done the best we can on social media. We shall continue to do the same. I really do hope that as many people as possible come out tomorrow. There is a post I did on my Twitter. I will try to find it and retweet it so that y'all can see it. But a guy who is ex-military told me all we need is numbers. If at every given point, at every given protest, we outnumber the police, then we will succeed. 200,000 people, 300K, up to 1 million. So physical presence, physical boots on the ground is so important. So the things I want to address, we need to put our differences aside. I don't freaking care what you feel about somebody and what you think you know about somebody. We need to put that aside because our collective joint enemy right now is William Ruto. He is the one that is destroying our country. He is the one that is looting us dry. He is the one that is killing us. That is who we need to focus on. That is who needs to be our enemy. I'm actually really pissed off about people that want to center individuals and their perceived crimes in this protest. It's not about what Jelani did 100 years ago, or what maybe you think Nyakundi did, or what you think Boni did. That is irrelevant at this point. What is relevant right now is we come together and fight this political outfit. Ruto needs to go. Rigathi needs to go. We need to go back into an election. That's what we need. That is the bottom line. That is the most important thing right now. When we wake up in the morning, that is all we need to be thinking about, is how is Ruto going to go home? He has to go. He has to resign. That's number one. Number two, if you can support the movement in any way, if you can give money, if you can give t-shirts, if you can write hashtags, I mean push the hashtags, whatever way you can support the movement, tafadhali, please, let's stop living it to some people. I know all the bigwigs, wallahi, it gets exhausting because you have to push out all this content and hope that people retweet it, and then unakuta bado people are still waiting for you to be on the forefront of fighting for their rights. Like at the end of the day, it gets very, very exhausting. So I need us to come together, whether you have 1 follower, 10 followers, 50, it doesn't freaking matter how many followers you have. We all have to come together and speak in one voice. Otherwise, this is not going to work. It is not, if we do not unite, this is not going to work. I was in a space a while ago and I said, if we do not come together, the amount of trouble and worries and problems we are going to see from William Ruto, we are not going to believe. Listen, what has happened? He said he has dissolved the cabinet. What did he do? Reappoint literally everybody else that he had fired just a couple of weeks ago. He said he has gotten rid of the finance bill. What did Wetangula say today? That they are going to vote on it again. Why are they voting on something that Ruto said a while back that has been kicked out? These people are playing games. They are playing games. They are shifting goalposts. And what we need to do in response is to shift up our gears. We need to increase our efforts. We need to increase our efforts. We need to make sure they are listening. So tomorrow, tafadhali, tafadhali, if you're going out to JKIA, please enda na roho moja. I will support as much as I can. I have supported as much as I can. I will be praying for you. There's a lot of boots on the ground. A lot of people have reached out to me to say they are mobilizing. I commend all of you, everybody that's at the forefront. We are so proud of you. Let us liberate Kenya from the jaws of this very dangerous, awful, greedy, murderous witch doctors who have taken control of our country. The other thing and the final thing that I want to address is tafadhali, please, if you have any information about the missing people, wacha tuache kuingia history ya big wigs, small wigs. That thing is not helping us at all. If you know anybody missing and you're worried that if you put it on your timeline, no one has seen it, please message Cash, message MJ. I've seen MJ is really pushing that. There's a page called Missing Reports KE. Please message that. I had put out a tweet that was supposed to be for Faith, Othiambo, and Irongo. They are yet to get back to me, but I'll follow up with Irongo today, where we need to set up a command center in Gedorai for the missing people. I think we also need to set up one in Rongai. So I would need to receive, if they can share the budget for that with us, and then we could see how to fundraise for that, because I'm not sure that we have access to any other funds unless we fundraise. If they could reach out to us and tell us what this command center would cost to have it up for 3, maybe 4 days, collect the information of anybody that is missing so that we are able to look for them, that would be really, really great. So that now, tuache historia, we are not paying attention to missing people. It's really challenging to be pushing tags, responding to DMs, living your daily life, because I believe everybody has a life outside of Twitter. It's extremely challenging to focus on every single thing that's happening on Twitter. So please, if you reach out to a bigwig and they delay in responding to you, or you feel like you've not been able to get your message across, please don't take it personally. It's not personal. It's not personal. It just sometimes gets very overwhelming. I am so grateful to you, Cyprian and Milton, for giving me this opportunity. Kesho lazima, please, tafadhali, tufinye. We have one opportunity. All of Africa is looking at us. They're looking at us. If we are able to liberate Kenya from all the struggles that we are facing right now, oh my God, Africa is going to follow cause. Uganda, Rwanda, Nigeria, everybody is suffering under this cronies. And we just need to set the pace and make sure that Kenya is liberated. Na tukimaliza, because we are so good at this
Thank
thing,
you, Jelani.
we'll go help our fellow Africans. Asante sana, Milton. Asante sana, Cyprian. I cede the
Thank you,
mic.
Jelani. The guy with the name Hello, the lady with the name Hello, speak. Let's not take more than 2.5 minutes. I want so many people to speak. I don't want this to be like those other spaces where the selected few speak as if there's a discriminatory thing. So, Hello, go ahead.
Hello, thank you, Cyprian and Milton, for giving me this opportunity. What I will talk about is kesho. There is so many people. There are some individuals who wanna host spaces kesho from 8 wanafika mpaka 4 wakijaribu kudivide the hands of people, so the minds of people. So tomorrow there is no hakuna mambo ya spaces. What we'll do is there was a time when just imagine we are going what the Mamaus wanaenda kwa fight the battle, then kuna some individuals who are trying to act smart, like the 54 millions of us are mad. Then anaanza kuuliza what are we doing, what are we going to do, why is the document that we are going to give the mzungus to tell them this is what we want? I thought that we, as the Mamaus, we want the Mzungu to leave. There is no document that we are giving them. We want them to leave. That is why we have, in one voice, we are going out there to fight. The same way with tomorrow. There is nobody who should create a space telling us, oh, you should think about this, should think about this. We have been thinking about this for so long. We are jobless. The jobs that we were doing, they have destroyed them because they wanted to overtax them. That is why we are out there. We have been thinking about this for a long time. So there is no document that we are giving them. We want them to leave. And we have made up our minds that we are going to occupy JKIA until they leave. So tomorrow, hakuna mtu anastahili kutuambia, oh, think about this, think about this. We have thought about it. You are not the smartest guy in the room. We are all educated people. young men and women who have analyzed the situation, and tumeona there is no way that this man is going to take us forward unless we want to act like sheep who don't have hands. Thank you. I will not take a lot of time.
Thank you so much.
Tomorrow,
Thank you so much.
one thing.
Thank you so much. African
Thank you.
Unity and Progressive, you've been here for long. Speak your mind out.
Hello. Hi guys, can you hear me?
Proceed. Everything is okay here.
Thank you so much, Asante. Yo, mimi yangu ni sio mengi man. Me, I just want to say there's something about Ruto. That guy, there's something. He's mad. He's just old, and because the records are there. This guy has been fighting with Raila through time, for this freedom of speech, and now he forgets. Now he thinks he's guys, I don't know what to say, but all I can say is we are dealing with people in government who are not normal. They're not right mentally. All of them. There's no one special. My name is Love Modiambo, but I do not see anyone right now. These guys can fool you. They'll fool you. Tomorrow, next year, you'll find that the guy is in a different position based on where his position, and where his interests are. And it's quite unfortunate that all this has to happen at the cost of interests. No one is looking at why do we have to make Kenya better? Why do you have to fight for the next generation? Well, they are very stingy. They're fuckers. You know what I mean? Tu wase wengine sijui wanakaaje, man. Retards. By the end of the day, Mungu halali. They are the same God they go and pray in churches for, and they pretend they feel like they're doing good in front of God. God is always there. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing. He will not make a dynasty. There's no way he can do so. He's already tarnished anything he's doing. And I'm saddened by, sorry to say, Francis, the guy who just spoke a few minutes ago. I've never come across him, but yeah, hearing him say about on the 25th of June about guys going back home. Bruh, well, why were you? You get me? Like, that's instigation in the sense whereby being still a politician, and sadly you see in his profile he's going for the Embakasi seat or whatever he's doing. But those are not words you spew in terms of when the movement is going on. Yeah, I'm disappointed, I'm angered, but at the end of the day, guys, we will not lose. God is with us.
Thank you
God
so
is
much.
with us. The power is with us.
Thank
you so much. Those are all the words I have to
Can
say,
I talk?
and God bless you.
Thank you so
Can I
much.
Asante.
Relax. I think this King Kai guy has been here for a while. Let the guy talk.
Hey, good evening, guys. I hope I'm audible.
Go ahead. When you're given
Mine
a
is
chance,
just
you proceed.
thank
We
you,
can
thank
hear.
you, thank you, Cyprian, thank you, Milton, for this opportunity. And what I'll just want to tell you guys, I think you've seen what the government is coming back to. You've seen what the president has called this movement to be. You've seen likes of Akina Osoro. You've seen the whole thing coming back. It's like they thought this movement has died. So I like how it's been about JKIA from the time we started pushing this thing. This time round, there's been no diversionary, despite the fact we saw it in the morning, guys trying to divert our attention from the main agenda, just like we did on 25th, and we said that we are occupying parliament. Let us push this, let us go out there, let us occupy the JKIA, and tomorrow, guys, let's have our phones, let's have our cameras. Take any, if you see any plainclothes, police cops, if you see anyone being arrested and you are in a position to take the videos, kindly do it. As much as this movement is concerned, I'm so happy. This is the only time that we can save our country. This is not about us. This is about our generations to come. And guys, let me tell you, if this guy is going to come back and take over, guys, we are in for a big shit. Huyu jamani ule mse atatumaliza kabisa, and he is not going to give a fuck about it. So guys, tujitokeze kesho. About guns, ukiona mse hapo hivyo, si wasewe, maybe if you are, I don't want to bring in this issue of big wig or small wig, but if you think like maybe your information cannot reach a bigger audience, you can reach out to a big wig like Jelani has said. You can reach out to the likes of MJ, likes of Nyakundi, you know, likes of Milton. You can tag them. You can tag them. You can inbox them so that this thing goes viral. I love the spirit, guys. Let's keep pushing.
Thank you.
Let's do this. We will not have any other chance. Thank you, Milton.
Thank you,
Thank
Kai.
you, Cyprian.
Owala, you can speak. You've been here for some time.
Thank you so much for this space. I've really been waiting for this chance. I will be very straight to the point. One, the way forward is Ruto must go. And why does Ruto have to go? Because our call is for good governance. And we all know as we speak that Ruto and good governance are mutually exclusive. These are things that cannot coexist. So Ruto has to resign. The Constitution provides for the president to resign, so nobody should tell us that we are going to unconstitutional measures. The Constitution does not say that the resignation has to be voluntary. We can push him to resign. The bottom line is once he resigns, we can proceed with our country and have other presidents who can actually do what we want. Next, his call for peace, Ruto calling for peace, is inconsequential. Why is it inconsequential? Because Kenyans, we have peace. We are very peaceful. What we want is justice. And we realize that justice cannot be with Ruto in the same sentence. So he has to go. Tomorrow, let us come out in large numbers. Our security is in numbers. This has been reiterated by a lot of people. Let us come out in large numbers. The moment we are out there in large numbers, we will overwhelm these people and we will be at JKIA. And I agree with what Gaito said earlier. Let us occupy this time. It's not time to visit like we've been visiting places and going back home. Let us occupy because we want something. And let us ensure that before we leave the battleground, we have whatever we have. If unfortunately some of us, it's a revolution, so definitely it can't be bloodless. If some of us remain there, if I remain there, I have no regrets and nobody should have any regrets about this because we are all adults and we know what we want. This is the only chance we have to get good governance and we have to take it. I am done. Tupatane kesho JKIA.
Thank you so much, Owala. I'll go to Stephen before I move to the lady Maj. It's called Maj Ralph. So let's go to Stephen. Stephen, you can talk. You've been here for some time.
Good evening, Cyprian, Milton. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Mine is to tell everyone that it's upon us to deliver this country. Ruto, we gave him a chance, or he was given a chance. This has been 2 years of complete looting. He brought ministers who became billionaires, gave us fake fertilizers, and the parliament of dogs went ahead and sanitized. So we have not trust in that parliament. We have not trust in the presidency because he has even gone ahead and stirred the water by bringing again people like Chil, people that somebody goes in UK and says, I gave money to Chil. He is convicted in UK. In Kenya, he is still being appointed and appointed. We are fed up. We want clean governance. And none of these politicians, old, because all of them are cousins. Either they have dipped into those pockets and taken our money. We are fed up. We need a clean start for this country. Thank you so much. Tuko pamoja sana. Tupatane.
Thank you.
I know there are so many people on the queue. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Maj. You can proceed. Let it not be more than 2.5 minutes so that others speak. I don't want it to be like those are the biased spaces where people don't get chances to speak.
Thank you so much. I hope I'm clear. I just want to be very brief because people have spoken a lot. I want to point out just a few things. Point number one is the misinformation that's going on online. And so there are people who come up and actually present, information and say, this happened, but others tend to dismiss them without giving counter evidence. At this point, I would like to point out that days ago, Miguna talked about people being murdered and cremated. So far, people have told him that he is lying, but nobody has presented evidence against what he's saying. So yesterday in the space, somebody also confronted him with that, and he said, everyone who feels they have a different information, they should really bring it. And I think this is important because if we dismiss without evidence, we risk even losing lives out there, but people will not be knowing what's going on. Point number two is about the missing people. Of course, I saw that Jilani has talked about it, but I've been receiving also a lot of information about people who are missing. And so my point is that there's no coordination. We need to have that. Point number three is manipulation that even the politicians are doing while they use the Constitution. I'm going to point at Article 146 of the Constitution that actually tells us what happens when the office of the president is vacant. Obviously, the first point is that the VP, the deputy president, takes over. And that is a fact, whether this deputy comes from Mount Kenya or not. But we find that some opposition politicians are trying to use it and say the mountain is doing that. No, that's a division. That's the fact how the Constitution is, whether the deputy would come from Mount Kenya or, let's say, Mount Elgon. But again, for those who are asking for Ruto to resign, be aware that if only Ruto resigns, the deputy president actually takes over until the end of the term. So if you want both of them to go, you should be calling for both of them to go. That is when Wetangula will take over and call for elections after 60 days. So that's clear. Let me rush to the next point. Yeah, the next point is about...
Kindly summarize.
Yes, I'm summarizing. I had questions from people on the ground, and they were saying they were attacked by police in Nakuru, and they felt like arming themselves. I want to really tell the population they are not to arm themselves against the police, because you're going to be giving them power to oppress you further. And the last point is about another person who asked us if they could occupy private businesses. I would like to really call against this, because this is going to cause a lot of divisions. We're not fighting our own citizens. We are really fighting for the good of the citizens. So that having been said, I thank you so much, and just like to tell you that on Thursday I'm going to be hosting Cherera 4, the ex-commissioners. So if you have questions for them, you can come over. Thanks, Cyprian. Thanks, Milton, and thanks everyone for the opportunity. And when you go out there, stay within the laws and don't make yourself a target.
Thank you,
Bye.
Maj.
Yeah.
I saw Wilson Ogweno here. I don't know where he has disappeared to. I think Daktari can speak.
Okay, thank you so much. Nitajaribu kubonga fast na nitabonga pia Sheng kidogo. So for those who can't understand Sheng kidogo, I'll try to explain, but I'll be fast and brief. Bro, I'm a businessman Gikomba. And just summary, bro. Tangu Ruto akam kwa kiti. I'll just be brief, bro. Niko na hasira more by the I don't know. I can punch this phone. I can fuck everything. Fuck business. Fuck the government. I just don't know what to say, but I will summary. Before Ruto comes to be a president, bail was costing her 6,000 shillings. Right now, if you go to buy a pair of shoes, it will cost you 15,000 shillings, double the price. The bail that used to cost 18,000 shillings is costing 25,000 shillings. For right now, you cannot buy one pair to go and sell. You cannot buy 2 pairs and go and sell. Things are tough, bro. The businesses are closing down. The rent are getting high. Ikomba is burning and people are buying the lands to set up a building whereby people, they want people to go there and pay rent. How are you going to pay a rent of 40,000 and you sell Crocs? What the fuck are you telling me? You want me to pay a rent of 40,000 shillings and I'm selling Crocs at an open air market? Bro, That's a fucking shit. That's one. Two, about abductions, bro. My friend Clinton was abducted on Tuesday, right? As he was demonstrating. He was taken to court on Friday. He was denied cash bail. He's now there at industrial area. People are working hard to, I always go there to check on him, 1 to 3, but he has been told until we have another court. But I think people are trying to go to some lawyers to LSK, are trying to go there and get some help. About occupying JKIA, bro. Guys, this is the time. Don't sleep. Don't sleep, guys, bro.
Doctor, you seem to be losing you. Your internet isn't stable. I'll not remove you as a speaker. I'll wait for you to come back so that you can complete your statement. In the meantime, Honorable Wilson, proceed. Wilson, if he's not getting me clearly, then
Can I continue?
Daktari.
Yeah.
Your internet is having an issue. Try and proceed so that I can hear it on this side.
Okay, are you getting me?
Your network is having a problem, so that's another issue. Achieng, you can proceed.
Hi, Milton. I'll be short and thank you for the opportunity. First of all, I have one point, but I just want to corroborate what Daktari has said. Tangu Ruto ingie kwa kiti, biashara imekuwa ngumu. Personally, I'm an entrepreneur, niko na duka hapo Moi Avenue. Clearing has become problematic. Logistics companies are closing down. They can't afford the taxes they're paying. They're being asked for, we can't afford also to pay what they're asking for, and then to bado tununue mizigo, dollar rate, rent, as in things are just becoming too thick. Number two, Marge spoke and she said that when we say Ruto must go, it's like we're fronting Gachagua. No, I just want to corroborate her. I don't think when we say Ruto must go, we mean that Gachagua should remain. When Ruto must go, anaenda na Gachagua yake, and if we feel competent enough in the speaker to hold the election, sure. But what people don't know, the government is made up of 3 arms: the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. Our CJ is a president, by the way. I'll just leave it out there. And what's my point of the day? There are these abductions and everything. My mom actually told me to bring this out to you guys. Mkiona wenzenyu anabebwa wako na plain clothes, let's rally together and stop that. You know, if you have 10 people and 2 people are trying to abduct somebody, we can clearly overpower them, and you ask, why are you taking somebody? But if people are being abducted and tunaangalia, tuna watch and tuna record and then we put it to Twitter, it's more detrimental. If tunaweza kuwa na hiyo spirit ya sisi kwa sisi, ukiona mtu amekujiwa pia nyinyi mnakujia, mnatetea mtu wenyu, the power of the numbers. That's all I just want to say. Don't see somebody being abducted and you just watch. Let's move in groups and let's turn out in big numbers. That's all I want to say.
Thank you so much, Achieng. And guys, let's not leave anyone behind. Whenever we get a chance, when someone is being taken away, let's shout. I saw someone being abducted in town and people were shouting. They threw the car with stones and the guy was left. Yeah? The only people who should be abducted are terrorists. We are not terrorists. This country belongs to us. Hii nchi ni yetu. We are the shareholders. Leave alone the Gashagua's stupid speeches. Fuck him. Honorable Wilson, go ahead.
Milton, can I just interject 1 minute? And guys, historically, this is what helped South Africa. South Africa, when people were being taken away, the only thing that helped them in their movement is they stood for each other. If you see somebody being abducted, if you see somebody being beaten, you come up and you stand up with that person, because we are together in this. Ukiacha mtu watatuua, watatu cremate. The cremation thing is also a thing. Let's not dispute rumors without facts. Okay, that's all.
Exactly. Before Wilson proceeds, I wanted to say this, or I want to say this. You guys, if you stop this, these guys will start picking you one by one. They'll kill all of you. Yeah, that is it. Proceed, Wilson.
Thank you so much, Milton. Thank you so much, Nyakundi, and everyone that is in this platform. I'm kind of pissed off. I want to start by, for example, what happened the other day on Thursday. There's this gentleman who was running against the police. Police was going the other direction. He was going the other direction. Then the gentleman was shot at the head. I don't know whether it was the tear gas canister or the live bullet. And other protesters were just passing by. They were like assuming that's very, very wrong. That's very, very bad. Let's be our brother's keeper when we are out there on the streets. Let's make sure always at all cost we are brother's keeper. For example, you see somebody, you can easily notice that this is a suspicious person, meaning is a police officer in a plain cloth. These people, you should do away with them. If we are not with them, then they should not be with us. Because whatever we are doing, we are not only doing it for ourselves, but for the entire nation. Now, we have those who always thinking about their stomach. A good example is somebody called John Buddy. In a time like this, people should come together for the betterment of the nation. But if you hear how this very crook guy speaking, he's not thinking about himself. He's not thinking about the Kenya we live in. He's not thinking about anybody, but he's thinking about only something called stupidity. Because there's at times we put all our differences together to work towards the achievement of our good will of the nation. The guy just wants for his stomach. Why? Why? My friend, if you know what is right, if you don't act, they'll give you something that is wrong, and that thing will oppress you. For the first time in the history, we are having a very, very important and comprehensive issues that we are settling as a nation, as a country, especially what is coming forth tomorrow. JKIA is the best place to attack, and we are not attacking. We are taking over. Taking over, meaning you are taking back what is rightfully belongs to you, not what belongs to them. What belongs to you. We gave the presidency an opportunity to lead this nation, but it seems that the presidency, not leave alone Ruto might also be under pressure that he may not be able to control. It's the presidency that we are talking about. The presidency, we are talking about the Kachagwa, the Nance, and all those takataka. Because they have been overwhelmed. They don't know what to do it, how to do it, because if these are the people that even if you sit with them, you give them the advice, the moment you leave, that thing dismisses. It sublimes to appear somewhere else, you see? Meaning you can never help them. I've seen these people, we've sat together, we've given different ideas, but they don't reenact on them. Or the JKI once again. For those who are coming from Olongo, Kitegel, and all those areas, you have a better chance because you do not only need to come through the JKA gates, no. You come through the Syokimau, the Katani area, you can spill like rain. For those who are coming from Kayole, or Embakasi, the entire, how do we call it, Kasarani, you don't need to go all the way. You can just peel it. You'll go because you have that power. You'll go. For those who are coming, my brethren, from Pipeline, and those who are coming from Tao and all those areas, my friend, you don't need any gate. It's you to make that gate. If you don't make that gate, no one will come and make for you that gate. My brethren, let's be our brother's keeper and do what somebody somewhere will always live to regret. That I knew because I got an opportunity to rectify this, but I did not. There's something called procrastination. Is a thief of time. Let that not be our case. Our case is totally different. We are the young generation, and it's upon the young generation to take control over this nation. My friend, don't be this. My friend, if you know what is rightfully yours, you don't beg. For example, my boys have never come and beg for me for anything. They command. Then why do you want to beg? You don't need to beg. Say what is rightfully yours is yours. I know a good number of my guys here. Some of them are presidential advisors, some of them in the presidency. On my friend, you are the main problem of this nation, because you are always like, thank you, sir, or affirmative, sir, thank you, sir, affirmative, sir. My friend, have that mouth to say no when it is no, and say yes when it is yes. Why do you have to say no when you know it's yes? Then why do you have to say yes when it is no? You are killing yourself and your generation, and you'll live to regret this day. So kindly, please, guys, you know what you want. I don't know what you
Thank you
want,
so much.
but I know what you
Thank you
want.
so much, Brother
Thank you
Wilson.
so much, Milton, and everyone. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Let's meet tomorrow.
Ekoroi blog.
Thank you very much, Nyakundi, for organizing this space. This is a Koroi blog. Also, thank you, Milton, too, for agreeing to co-host this. You're doing very important thing for the nation. I'm going to talk about why tomorrow is important, and I'm going to talk about this from the lens of public sector impunity that has emboldened corruption in the private sector that has pressed use for too long. Take, for example, man will be to address a common enemy, and I think this is the time, tomorrow is the time that youth have been told always that they can create jobs, they can be entrepreneurs. Yet there are so many blocks, there are so many roadblocks that are put on their path towards achieving this. But I want just to target one company, the company that you know that actually also try to stifle your protest and our protest and our liberation. This is Safaricom, the rogue telco. I hope and strongly believe we will be successful in our effort to rid ourselves of corruption, Kenya politicians, and in turn also clean the private sector. Why do I say this? Like about 2015, Safaricom actually launched a Zindua portal, ostensibly to get creative tech ideas from the youth, promising them partnerships. However, we fast forward to 2020, things had gone south, and as it emerged that Safaricom had stolen all the good intellectual properties. And what is intellectual property? This actually, according to the WIPO website, it says that these are creation of the mind, such as invention, literary and artistic work, design and symbols, names and images used in the commerce. So an intellectual property is supposed to earn you something. But then Safaricom, having reached intellectual or creative monopoles, just launched in 2015 a Zindua portal where people were supposed to send their creative ideas, but then when they sent, it was stolen. But I don't say that all the creative ideas are actually intellectual property. I just narrowed to around 3 that were actually big, and they were done by the youth, and they would have created a lot of jobs for the youth in this country. But Safaricom, as a stifler of innovation in this country, has continued to also threaten this youth. I have evidence of also being threatened for talking about this, and this today is where I'm actually even talking about publicly. One of the most promising intellectual property was by this guy known as Anyona Obutu. Actually went to Safaricom and made the one that actually now you have where, yes.
Oh, proceed. You are having a network issue, but proceed.
Sorry, I'll move.
Conclude,
So for me,
please. And other people to talk.
yeah, I'm concluding. So maybe I'll make it short. So Safaricom stole some very good intellectual property, like for this one that you now have, that somebody cannot register a number with your ID, and it will bring a alert on your phone that is on, and then you'll refuse or agree. So this was something that was done by Anyona Obutu, and then after about 8 months of having presented to Safaricom, we are but after Anyona went to complain, there was a DCI poster, wanted by DCI poster, that was created for him, a fake one actually. So you see, Safaricom stifling innovation of the youth, stealing them, that was just one. And then threatening him actually with a wanted by DCI poster that was fake. I'll talk about that much, but I was also threatened for exposing these things on the blog, and the other one is there was this M-Pesa iTab. It was also stolen. M-Shwari, if you go back, it was also stolen. There are many more that have been covered on that blog. So when the youth actually go out tomorrow, you're not going actually to fight only government impunity. It's the government impunity that has emboldened the Safaricom and the other private sector. Actually, Safaricom, Kenya Bankers, Equity Cooperative, all these guys, they have blood on their hands. They stifle innovation. Youth lack job. Then they stand in forums and say, you can be entrepreneurs, and yet they put roadblocks, and then they threaten us with police, and then they track us, and then they kidnap us and kill us. Shame on them. We want a good country. So tomorrow, go out and protest to have your country back. If you kill the public sector impunity, the private sector will actually align and actually do the right thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Simply fuck Safaricom. They are avoiding a lot of. So let's go to Leroy. Leroy, you've been here for a while. Speak, guys. Let's at least keep time. Hii si kama zile zingine wenye watu wengine ndo wanaongea. I want people to talk, so many people. So 2 minutes unajitoa, panga point zako before nikupee time. Ndio usianze I think, I want, Leroy, proceed.
Thank you, Milton. Thank you, Cyprian, as well for hosting this space. First of all, condolences to our fallen comrades, to their families, their loved ones. You know, we won't forget them at the end of this. For me, I think it's good to first of all say that I'm a millennial, and I feel like the millennials have really let the Gen Zs down, especially when it comes to this particular protest. I think there's so much that we can do in terms of support. And also maybe for those millennials who are corporates, I think most people fear that they might be victimized in one way or another, even end up losing their jobs. But I'm hoping that that's, that we can see Gen Zs are losing their lives, losing your jobs over speaking up when it comes to a government that has failed us should be top of the priority. And even the different corporates should be able to embrace, because we are speaking up. They have different speak up policies, and yet this is the ultimate one when it comes to calling out our government. So for me, I think millennials, especially those ones who are in corporate, please kindly ensure that people are able to participate in this process, in this protest in one way or another, even if it's just encouraging them to walk out and to join the people on the streets. So for me, those are just my points, and viva, and I hope we see a better Kenya. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Leroy, for keeping time. I wish everyone could do this. Edwin, speak no more than 2 minutes, brother, please.
Thank you, Hero. Thank you, Cyprian, for giving me this a chance to just give a quick rejoinder to Ruto. And I want to call all of us to join on this struggle, because this is our time to liberate this nation. Ruto thinks that he has given us a lot of time, but we also think that we have given him a lot of time. Out of this, he has just wasted our time. He has just remained arrogant and is calling in for violence, and which we will show him tomorrow. We want to dance the last tune now, so that he can know that the people really have power. We will bring everything to stand still tomorrow. Our roads, everything, like hata hizo biashara zisifunguliwe. We want just to show this man like he's just a man like any other. Equally, we have other men who can lead better than him. We will show him this tomorrow. And I call all of you, don't give up. Let us show up in numbers. Let us call off this government. Let them go home, because we don't have time for them. They have wasted us. They have stolen from us. And we cannot wait to take back what they have taken from us. We send them home and then we start taking out what they have taken from us. So therefore, let us all join together. Let us fight for this. Let us fight for a better future. From tomorrow, I believe we shall now start seeing the fruits of our independence, where we have quality education, we'll have those better doctors attending to us, we have those better roads. I mean, all these things we have been denied. Like we are being told, like there is not enough to give us all these things, and we feel that this government has taken more than enough from us so that we can enjoy those things. Like they are taking more, they are stealing from us, and then they cannot provide even any essential service to us. Then again, they are the people turning arrogant to us. Haitakuwa the same. Haitakuwa the same. Let me just wait for tomorrow. I don't know what I will
Thank you so
do.
much, Edwin.
Yeah, let me wait tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Edwin. I go to Isaiah. Isaiah, if you're ready to speak, go ahead. I think he's not ready to speak. Terminator, go ahead.
Ni aje wasee, ni step hapa but natumia jina Terminator pia. Mimi naongea from Kayole karibu na Miango. Kwa hiyo river inakuwaga na huko chini. Nafanya job ya garbage collection. Na huyu msenge Ruto tulimkampenia asubuhi, mchana na usiku time ya campaign. Wakatu promise wagon. Kwa wenye wajui wagon ni mikokoteni hizi za chuma hizi. Wakatu promise hadi wa leo hatujaiona kitu. So kuna venye tunashuku kuna corruption kaliingililia hapa katikati tujapata wagon zetu. So si huku chini huku down hivi wase wamejam, wase wako na tension, wase wameamua kesho ni maandamano, tumejikusanya. Kuna wase wako na ndudhi, kuna wase watatembea hadi huko, unajua huku Kayole, Miango na huko si mbali na JKIA si mbali. So wase wameamua kesho mtokee maandamano, msiogope. Kama mtu wako area anaogopa, ani inbox tunaweza organize, tumejikusanya na union yetu ya wase wa garbage. Kesho tunafika maandamano. Ruto must go and the time is now. Vijana tumeamua, kama mimi ni millennial, ex Gen Z, but niko na mbogi yangu ama Gen Z pia huku, wanajua kenye kinaendelea, wamepata story ya minerals, wase wamejaa mbaya sana. So nafikiri hii ni awakening, hakuna mtu anafaa kuachwa nyuma. Juu ni future watoi wetu, hii ni future yetu, na tuelezee pia maparo zetu home wajue kenye kinaendelea Kenya. Hii political class wametubeba ufala for long, na inafaa wajue tumeamka na tumefunguka macho. Na kesho please usibaki nyuma. Kama wewe ni kijana, kama unajali kuhusu Kenya, please tokea maandamano. Mimi sina mengi, ni hayo tu. Thanks mazee for this chance. Haikuwagi rahisi kupatiwa mic kwa space, but nashukuru sana.
You're welcome, Terminator. Hapa hakuna ubaguzi yoyote. You're welcome any day. Let's go to Elvis Tom. Speak. If you can't get us clearly, Eric Kahiga or Kahindi, speak. Elvis, not Elvis, I mean Eric. Can you speak? I'm not able to hear you. Eric, I think your side has a problem, so I'll give you time later on. Jakadem, speak. I don't know. Sylvia, you can speak.
I think I'm audible. Okay, I just want to talk to Kenyans. We need to know that the world is shaking because of us. We are shaking the world, and all the eyes of the world are looking at us. And one thing I'm sure is we are going to deliver tomorrow. We also need to understand that the West is trembling because we are the one who are making them the way they are today because of our resources. And they're trying their best to stop us tomorrow, but it's not possible for them to stop us. I know that. We need to also understand that revolution is coming to Africa and it had to start in Kenya. So I can promise this, that to overcome, you will see how Africa is going to kila mtu ataenda pick up to chase these politicians away. It will go to Nigeria, Tanzania, and all other places. Another thing is kama mlikuwa mmesikia jana Amerix Eric Omondi akiongea hapo kwa Amerix, kwa space ya Amerix, akisema we have a lot to do, and it is true. We need to scrub the 47 counties. Cyprian and Milton, tukimaliza history ya kesho ya JKIA, we need to come back again and fix the nation the way we want it. Yani tukuje tutengeneze Kenya yenye sisi tunataka. Tunataka hiyo story ya 47 counties ishukishwe to 8 counties. Ndio hao magovernors washukishwe, masisi waende, women rep waende, hao wote waende. Pia ningependa tu kuomba people in diaspora like me, I wish that you can give us a platform whereby we can support you guys financially. Why do I say this? It is because we need numbers. Kesho kama tuenda JKIA, we need numbers. Kama tutaenda next time to anywhere that we'll be planning to go, we need numbers. And we need to fetch those people from Eldoret, those people from Bomet, those people from Narok to come to Nairobi. We are ready to find you guys to make this thing happen. So you need to create a platform for us people in diaspora who are not there, who are not like when you how hatuwezi make it physically. Another thing is about economic empowerment. Inasemekananga mse akitoka ndiye anajuanga what really happens in the world. Personally, nilikuwa na shanganga, why is it that the West are able, why are they able to employ a lot of people na wanasema hakuna labor? One, it is because hawa kuna kitu tunaita minimum wage payment. In Kenya yenye tunataka saa hizi, because we want to come back, every day we face racism huku hivi. Not that we are very happy to be in America or anywhere else, we need to come home. Tutakujaje home tukiempower the private sectors, because I wonder the other day people in America doesn't want to work in government, they need to work in private sectors. Kenya mtu ana prefer ku work in county asifanye private sector, na kwa sababu private sector wamepewa like hawana policies, hakuna policy ya private sector, so they pay you the way they want. We need to have a minimum wage payment in Kenya. And how is in kama ni shilingi 8 kwa per hour, we need that in Kenya. So I think let me stop there to give others to
Thank you
speak.
so much, Cynthia Ney. Thank you so much, Eric Kahindi. I don't know if your mic is okay. If it's not okay, I can drop and then bring another person. I think Eric's mic is not working. Let's go to Eric Moore. I don't know, Eric Mokaya. Mokaya, proceed.
Okay, asante sana kwa mic. Sijui kama inasikika vizuri.
Go ahead. If there's a problem, I'll always say.
Mimi ile kitu yenye naweza sema, kuna kitu moja yenye sisi kama millennial na machensia tufanyi, hatujaongelesha wazazi wetu vizuri ushago. Juu ukiangalia kwa TV, wale mapolitician wenye walivoti yes, wengi wao ndio hao naona wanaenda kupeana mamia huko nyumbani, na hao wazazi wetu wanawakaribisha vizuri sana. So ile kitu mimi naweza request tuongee na wazazi wetu, tuwaonyeshe hawa watu si wazuri. Hata kama wanakuja na hizo 100, tuwaonyeshe hawa watu si watu wazuri sana, ati wawakaribishe hivyo. Wacha kesho tutokelezee Hii ndio chance tuko nayo, sidhani kama tutapata chance ingine. Shukran sana kwa mic.
Thank you so much, my brother. Let me do some gender balancing. Let Grace talk. Grace, go ahead. 2 minutes, and then I drop. Grace, I don't know. It's called Grace Olwande. Grace Olwande, can you talk? I'm trying to do some gender balancing.
Can you hear me now?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, I had some points to put across. Number one, our mission is unity. So we have to stand united for us to win this fight. And the main agenda is Ruto must go. So even me tomorrow, I'm there at the JKIA. And let us stand together. We should avoid something called tribalism in this for us to win. That is number one. Number two, I see the political class is against the people. Even today, I listened to Esther Pasari speak on a national television, and it's still clear that the political class is trying to defend themselves, and they are not ready to apologize to Kenyans whom they have hurt so much. So we are saying it is us, we the people, versus the political class, and we have to win this war at all cost. Number three, last and not least, I saw the PS saying that our national IDs are going to expire after 10 years. So they want to tell us that after 10 years, you stop being a Kenyan, which I think this is another way to oppress voting. And I know they are going also to put charges that common Mwananchi will not even afford to renew an ID. So these are the kind of impunities we have to fight, and we have to fight by all cost, because there is no way somebody can deny you to a right of being a citizen of Kenya. So for me, I know the president is in a panic mood. And even when I listened to him speak yesterday, I could see that he's panicking, but he's just pretending to show that he's a soldier, he's strong, and he's ready to face us. The truth that is that he's not ready. So let us just focus on the main cause, and the agenda is Ruto must go viva. Personally, I'll carry my blanket.
Thank you so much. You will carry your blanket and see you there. Thank you so much, Grace. Let me bring the next person, Tekta. Yeah, Tekta, proceed.
Hello, guys. Cyprian, Milton, and my fellow criminals. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I think this is the third time now naongea kwa spaces. And naanzanga kwa kusema, I am so mad, I'm so raged about this government. Nikipewa chance naweza ongea mate ishe kwa mdomo. Even 1 week will not be enough to express my anger. So, guys, earlier speakers wameongea a lot, and nikiongea sana, it's like I'm just I'll be repeating the points that have already been put across. Mine is just encouragement for tomorrow. We have a very big day with Destiny tomorrow. Now, one of my favorite books about political literature, by the way, is written by one man called Eric Arthur Blair, or some other people know him as George Orwell, I should say. And the Animal Farm, guys, allow me to read the last paragraph of the Animal Farm. It says the creatures outside looked from pig to man. I'm reading. And from man to pig. And from pig to man again. But already it was impossible to say which was which. I'll break this down into simple terms. The creatures outside, this is us, the ordinary citizens. Look from pig to man. The man, I'll compare to the current government, Ruto, whom we thought is man enough, promised us everything, promised us heaven, promised the youth jobs, promised the youth good governance, and then did not keep his promises. And then the pig is the other political divide, the so-called Raila's opposition, Kalonzo and the rest. So there is no difference. We are the creatures. We are looking from Raila to uh, Kalonzo to Ruto, and we can't tell the difference. We can't tell. It is impossible to say which is which. What am I trying to say here? We are on our own. The political class, the political elite, they have ganged up against the oppressed. It is our fight. Now, guys, it is just my wish that.
Summarize, Tector. Summarize. I want other people to talk, please. Summarize.
Sorry. A moment. So, I wish to reiterate that let's treat every protest day as a day with destiny. A destiny that will determine the future of our children, grandchildren, and generations to come. And point number 2, myself, I don't live in Nairobi. I'm in diaspora. I live in Toronto. We have different strengths and capabilities in this movement. Now, specifically to the people in diaspora, like myself, na nimesikia the earlier speaker amesema, I think because we are not on ground, let's support our brothers and sisters back in Nairobi, back in Kenya. Let's support them financially because these are people wamejitolea and they are in direct line of fire. So the only support we can give them, let's push hashtags online, let's contribute financially. And the last one, by the way, just kabla niongea hapa hivi nilikuwa nasikiza, the whole world is looking at us. By the way, Uganda just started their own movement, and as right now they are also discussing about occupying parliament tomorrow. Please, this is our chance. We have a chance to fight for our destiny. Viva Ruto must go. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Tector. Thank you so much, Tector. Let me give this chance to single, are you called single target? Single target, proceed. 2 minutes. Actually, naisabu 2 minutes, then I drop. Mr. McAntony, you can proceed. Single, ni kama ako junior ingine. Mr. McAntony.
Thank you so much.
Proceed.
Thank you so much. This is my first time speaking in a space, and I appreciate the opportunity. I only have a few points I want to reiterate because the previous speakers have highlighted a majority of them. So one, in regards to the topic of this space, the way forward, I'm going to use some words that were shared with me by a very senior citizen. He told me that we don't need to drop the ball in the middle. We need to go all the way. If we go all the way and we lose, we'll have learned, and also the people in power will have learned that there is power in the people, and the people will always come for what is theirs. If we win, and this one I'm sure we are going to win, then this will be a lesson even worldwide, because as you've said, everybody in the world is watching. And then now my second bit is we've lost value of our currency, the Kenyan shilling. This is my last bit, and it really bites me so deep because like today we are being told of flowers being bought at 25 million. When we look at the amount of money that has been raised through the mchanga that Hanifa is managing, we are talking about 30 million, and she's saying that barely even, I think 20 million has barely been used. And this has taken care of the guys who have been shot by police to ensure that they've been buried the way they are supposed to be done. And then also bills have been paid upwards of even 900,000, and not even Not even 20 million of these have been used. So we also need to drain the current regime of the politicians that we have. The whole generation just goes so that we also get the value of our taxes that we are paying. And I think that is my 2 minutes. Thank you so much, Milton.
Thank you so much. At least you've kept time. Let me give this person just thinking KE talk.
Thank you so much, Milton, for this opportunity, and Cyprian for creating a platform for us to air our grievances and views. So I'd like to touch on what we are suffering from as a country. We are suffering from this thing called scammers. And these people are what we elected in this government when you're not serve easy. So for example, I'd like to touch on the CDF in our constituencies. You know, these things are supposed to be in the public. So we have a website yenye inatuonyesha what these things happen. For example, in our constituencies, we have disbursements zenye zimekuwa zikipeanwa since the last general election. Na hapa hivi ndo tutaenda kupigana na our MPs because we just about less than a month and we are able to start recalling them. So for example, in our constituency, na si moja peke yake, last proposed project ilikuwa 2021, ilikuwa financial year 2021-2022, and that was in April. And that happened in April 2023. And another one happened in August 2021. That is the last proposed project zenye zimekuwa completed. Now, tell me why kuna difference ya projects zenye zina happen kwa constituency na pesa zenye zinapeanwa kwa easy constituencies. For example, the last disbursement yenye ilifanywa is as recent as July this year, and yet hakuna any dalili ya kuonyesha malio pesa inaenda, and that's why hao watu hawaoni why this generation imekasirika. Like hatuhitaji dialogue ndio hata hao wenyewe waone that it happen na kwa nini.
I think your network is having a problem,
So in our constituency tushapewa around 175 million for the year 2023-2024. That year is already gone, but hakuna project yoyote yenye inaonekana kwa constituency yetu. So kesho tuko holiday, na hii holiday tunaitumia kwa kwenda occupy JKIA. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Just thinking. Let me give this chance to a lady. Polite Star, go ahead, and then like you guys summarize this thing. Huh? If she's not ready to talk, Kevin Okemwa, you can talk. If Kevin isn't able to hear me well, this guy by the name Kuria, you've been really on the request section. Kuria Kiringu, talk.
Yeah, thanks, host, and other listeners for having me. And to the silent soldiers, you shall not be forgotten. I'll continue. The beauty of the threats and of the reappointment has reinforced of who the convincing liar is, and he has always been. There were people who are falling for this trick again and trying to convince our parents of how listening is, but I'm glad that people can see through that. There's one thing that people in all these spaces haven't really spoken about. Just quickly just summarize that. So after we take back our country, there's some people in terms of, I want to go into the low-lying fruits that to the self-sustaining that you can actually have. As a country, we consider ourselves really as an agricultural country, but this is one sector that has a massive opportunity for self-employment. On a personal level, I've been involved in this as a former education and irrigation engineer, so understand all the pains and all the possible solution. My solution can be quick gain, but really need some vigor and effort, the same way the government pushed the housing levy. So in terms of the pains, we all understand in terms of the cost when it comes to the use of fertilizers and the market cost and other dynamics. But I, being a water engineer, I'll just get into this. So as a start, one thing that we need to convince ourselves is we need to get ourselves away from rain-fed agriculture, because that's a problem that we're really having. So I've been involved in a couple of projects. And one of the things that I got into was just trying to convince people that they need to get into high-value crop. So what I'm saying is you cannot actually be growing potatoes and maize, because definitely that's problematic. So once we agree that, then the other thing that we agree on is that water is not for free. So on average, it costs about 200 per week to irrigate, say, probably like 1 acre of land. So once you get it that, then you can actually now get into the whole thing of high value crop. And to that, I also don't believe in pectoration because actually that doesn't work. So what am I talking about? I know most people won't agree with this, but I'll just pose a question. It's like, why is tea competitive worldwide? Why is avocado competitive? Why is our specialty competitive? But in the same breath, why is maize uncompetitive and why is sugar uncompetitive and so forth and so on? So this, I'll just summarize it. So actually, we are so lucky that we live on the equator. So that means we have 2 rainy seasons. So that means we just need to have storage.
Hello, Kuria.
Yeah.
This space was about the way forward. Hii mambo ya agriculture nini tulenge. Let me bring someone in at least. Thank you. Babs, you can speak. Let's focus on this topic. Tusianze mambo ya machungwa, samaki, Homa Bay and wherever.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you, Cyprian, for hosting this space. Mimi sina machungwa na sina samaki. But what I have is to just give us a reason why to be mad and be madder more and go out tomorrow. So you can imagine when we were kids, anytime you'll win over your opponents, you'll show them faces. You'll make faces against them. And when I look at what Ruto did to us, he didn't win, but he did something to us. Wherever you are, imagine yourself. We are the people. We are Kenyans standing on one side, and Ruto is on the other side, and he's walking toward us. That was when he now did away with the CS. As he's walking towards us, we are there. We are waiting for him. We are eager to see the best of him. We are eager to see or to get more results from him. But then he stops midway. Our William turns around, he drops his pants, pats his legs, and then bends over and gives us a middle finger. That is what Ruto did when he brought back the people that we were against. And that is reason enough for us to go out tomorrow, because Ruto asked us, what are you going to do? There, he totally showed us in his anus and gave us the middle finger, asked us what we are going to do. So tomorrow we are going out to tell him or to show him what we are doing. So see you guys tomorrow as we go get our planes to wherever place we are going. Thank you.
Thank you so much for keeping time. Ton Jen, speak for like a minute.
Oh, thanks so much, Vera and Nyakundi, for this forum. You guys are doing an excellent job there. Mine is just to echo what most of the speakers have been saying. I think these guys are starting to learn our movement. Like the moment we went back, on the first day, the moment we went back home, that's when we screwed up. It needs to be a non-stop movement. Just say the Mau did it. If we go to the forest or we go to the street, let's stay out there forever until this guy, gets out of that place. The next thing, the other thing is we need to mobilize grassroots as well. When these guys come there at the constituency level to give this $100 ceilings, whatever they are giving there, the youth needs to be out there. We need to kick them out. They need to see that we are angry, because I think we're not angry enough. That's why we are going in and out, in and out, in and out. And they have learned what we are doing, and I hope tomorrow is going to be a different ball game. We need to stay out there, mobilize, inject. This guy has to leave. There's no other option. Mine is just that, and thank you so much, guys, for what you are doing.
Thank you so much, Tonjen. Suguta, you can speak.
Hello, guys. It's nice to be with you here together. Scooter Dixon from Turkana. Mine is just to encourage all of us to remain strong, to remain united, and push forward until our objectives are met. There is a public consensus across all the country that today's governance is not pro-people. It is there for elite settlements. So we are left on our own, and I'm personally from Turkana, and I'm encouraged by what my colleagues are doing elsewhere. And I wish that as of tomorrow, we turn up in good numbers. We communicate to the whole world and to the leadership of today that our stand is about good governance, and it can only come if there is a radical surgery in entire political architecture. So I wish that all of us will support this movement together. I wish also to pass my condolences to our comrades who might have been killed or wamepatikana na mambo mabaya kwa hii maandamano. Otherwise, guys, let's remain strong. Team's bravery is emboldening all of us because this generation is tribalist, and this movement will guarantee a future that is desirable to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Suguta. Cosmas, you can speak. If Cosmas is not ready, Mercy, you can speak. If Mercy can't hear me well, Darius, go ahead. Darius, you can go ahead.
Am I audible?
Yes, proceed.
Hi, Milton. Yes, am I audible enough?
Kindly, nikisha kupea mic, kama uko audible nitakwambia. Wewe ukipewa mic ongea tu, tunakusikia bro.
Yes, I wanted to take this opportunity to appreciate Cyprian for hosting us tonight. My submission starts. I wanted to talk to everyone and implore everyone that as we are planning to occupy JKIA, we should do it peacefully, we should do it unarmed. And the reason why I'm saying this is because we have seen threats from the government. And therefore, for us to continue being protected under the Constitution, I would request everyone that we continue maintaining peace. Let us not be armed so that the Constitution and the whole world will be on our side. And
Thank you so much. We can't hear you well. Ben Koikai, you can talk. Ben Koikai, you can talk.
Okay, thank you. I'm from Narok. I just wanted to encourage everyone, and I'm encouraging everyone to come out. Let us come out in large numbers. We'll kick these guys out. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Short and clear. Governor, you can talk. Joe, you can talk. The mic is yours. Sandra, speak. KD Lethal, you can speak. Ruto is a liar.
Yes, indeed, he is. Thank you so much for this time. I'll try to be as brief as I can. And one thing we're failing on is I believe all of us have Safaricom lines, which is very wrong. I think we need to migrate as soon as now. I had on a space yesterday that he's trying to buy into Safaricom as well. And this is the one thing I think we have as a weapon to boycott most of these businesses that are so vastly invested in by the government. We love drinking, but did we know that most of the bars in Nairobi and maybe say Kenya as a whole are owned by these members of parliament? So basically, we just drink our own poison. We need to be elite and woke enough to know where we actually get whatever they're into. Fear is planted. It's the only reason why police shoot. Please, when you go to the streets, don't run away from the police. There's a lady who said something very commendable. If you see these abductees, we can actually stop them. Just embrace your brother and sister. I've been, even if you check online, you'll realize in these first world countries, when someone is arrested, they all of them hold. It's called the chain, the human chain. So this person, you say if you have to arrest this person, you have to arrest all of us. So imagine 5,000 in on the road or in JKIA, and one person is being tried to be arrested. You just say all of us are going. We just become one. It's the best way to win. And then the plainclothes abductees. I don't call them policemen because they're not policemen. You're not a police if you don't identify yourself. They have no right to lay their hands on any of you. Just embrace your brother or your sister. We will win if we actually stand together. Our strength is in the numbers.
Thank you.
Then just
Thank you, KD. Let Hussein talk. Hussein, you can proceed. Okay, Justice, stop. You can talk. Justice Mike, talk.
Thanks, Milton, for the opportunity. So I'll be brief with 2 points. Number one is actually 3 points. Number one is we have made the resolve that there is nothing else, no negotiations. This guy must go. This criminal, this murderer must go. Tomorrow we are occupying JKIA. And one thing, let us maintain the element of surprise. The police have been used to us arriving at protest at 11 o'clock. Guys, if we are serious, we should not be arriving at JKIA at 11. This is an airport. You have to go early. Otherwise, the flights zitawaacha. So 7 a.m., we should be there in JKIA and we should be occupying it. The second point, once we occupy JKIA, we are not leaving. We are not leaving until this guy leaves office. He should be the first person to leave after occupying JKIA. So we should not be leaving JKIA. We should be staying there. And even if we need reinforcement, let us bring reinforcement. We can send vehicles to all counties in Kenya. We can send vehicles to as far as Migori, Kisumu. Bring youths to reinforce the occupation of JKIA. If we need funds to bring buses to transport youths from all the counties in Kenya, then we can do that. make channels where people can contribute, and everyone is for this cause, and we cannot fail to find a way to manage this. So if we need reinforcement until finally this guy goes, let us bring in people, let us come in from all corners of the country and keep occupying until this guy goes. Number 3 is let us be strong. Let us not cower. It will not be an easy fight, but we are at the tail. We have eaten like the entire cow. We are just in the final finish. We are dealing with the tail now. Let us press until we achieve our goal. Thank you so much, Milton.
Thank you so much, Justice Githaiga. You can talk.
Thank you, everyone, and especially Nyakundi for giving everyone opportunity to speak. We've been trying for as long as 18th June, but nonetheless, my contribution will be 3 points. And point number 1 is how to we need to acknowledge that it's a long game, and the short-term gains are making people to be so filled with euphoria, which sometimes is giving us a false sense of confidence. So the long game here is, please, the way forward, galvanize as much people as we can, because what we've been seeing with the medics, what we've been seeing with lawyers, we'd also like to see people influencing and recruiting other people on board, people who are in the security sector. Let us know what the police officers are thinking and feeling about. Let us recruit them. Let us have these pieces of information flowing anonymously into your inboxes, and then we can be able to plan. For example, if you see someone like Chris Sambu, who is mostly on the security and intelligence things, he gives us hints on what is happening, and that is very useful for the movement. I think he's posted that as early as 5 a.m., they are going to be erecting roadblocks for that. Now, information is so powerful, and that's why you've seen government is spilling lots of money to bring a lot of disinformation, to divide people and divide the timeline into so many factions that are warring. So we need to put that aside and consider that we are working with a very conniving human being here. The other thing that I would like to just say that please support whatever Apollo Kimani is doing with the things about minerals. I tried to reach you, Cyprian. I am from Laikipia, and there are so many things that given the opportunity and in another forum that we need to talk about. There are things that people who've been castigated for quite some time trying to bring this to attention, like Dr. Mordecai Ogada, Dr. Wantia Joya. I hope there will be some time to have this in depth, because 2 minutes alone is not enough to really just shock you people. We have radioactive minerals in Kenya, the most valuable things. And yeah, so thank you so much. And I would like to say thank you for everyone who's been giving opportunity to everyone. Every single bit of knowledge, every single nugget does make a difference. It's a collective work that is going to make this a success. The people who are going to JKIA tomorrow, please remember that by provoking you, it's where they get an excuse to use force. It's where they get an excuse to abuse their power. So we don't give them a chance. If you can be able to make it a sit down, if you can be able to just hold your hands together, we have seen an image that is iconic in the world, the Turkmenistan Square, that one Chinese guy who stood in front of a tank, unarmed, unharmed, and that is how that's the power of imagery. So if you can just hold hands or even do a sit down, I mean, it would look so pathetic in front of international media that you're just shooting people for sitting down, like you're just shooting people for marching when holding hands. So let us do a psychological warfare. It's not just ideological warfare. We can also do psychological warfare, because you're dealing with the darkest of the psychological traits that you can ever see. A shapeshifter. Thank you so much, Cyprian. Thank you so much, Milton. Bye.
Thank you, Githaiga. Let's move to Brother Boniface. You can talk. Yeah, he can't hear me. Brother James, you can talk. James, the RN, you can talk. The mic is yours.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you very much for this opportunity that I've been given. I'm so happy to see that our spirit is still on and it's still high. Let me give one thing that I came to realize as I do my research for Ruto. Ruto has been lied at and he has been told that he has been told to believe that he is a tough man, he's a tough guy who can stand and coerce other people. That's a lie that he has been told. You should understand that in this Kenya there are so men who are even more tougher than him. Ruto is just a weak person. If you see an older man like Mr. Ruto crying in a camera, that shows that that's a weak man. And only weak people who are coward who uses coercion to coerce their opponents. A man who is brave is that person who faces the opponents head on. So guys, let me tell you one thing. Ruto already has been weakened. He knows this thing is real. He gets report from NIS and he knows this thing is real. And he knows there's no way out because we gave him an opportunity which he did not utilize it to the maximum. So tomorrow, guys, we have an opportunity where we are going to collect our country back because already Ruto has sold our country to the whites due to his own greed. And after that, I would like when we collect this country, we take our country back, we should go back to each and every institution and make sure that we clean up everything and build a country whereby you are proud to leaving our children into. I want a country whereby when I work, I have money to go and naenda kusherekea elsewhere. How can you tell me a graduate unanitafutia kazi Saudi Arabia na Germany? I still have a country here where you are looting left, right, and center. Kenya has a lot of money, whereby if our money is going to be managed well, we are going to live even better than London. London they rely on Africans. We are money is. We are the real money is. We are the gem. So guys, tomorrow tufike mapema tunaokipa mpaka atoke. Cheers guys.
Thank you so much, my brother. Let me do some gender balancing before I go back to men. Judy, is it Judy Marioki? You can talk. Judy, are you able to hear me? Mercy, can you talk? Judy can't hear me before I move to a man. I wanted to do some little gender balancing. If they can't hear me, Osama, can you talk?
Hey guys, mi niko hapa kwa hii space kuchocha na kuinsight. Ulinisha declare the chief insider. Mi nawambia kesho kama hata wezi show up, make sure tu hata Kenya, nimeona Kenya Airways wame issue statement. Taka kwa hivyo kabla anywhere in the world Kenya wezi issue statement about the watafeel. Saa nataka the goal ilikuwa ama jamaa kukwena hadi story ya travel. Nataka wasa wanakuja into the country wanaogopa na anybody going out of the country bado wanaogopa. Kenya inajaribu kusafisha rada, sijui kama na statement yao inasema hey guys, sijui na nini tutakuwa hapa Mombasa road sijui na nini. Nataka ikuwe hivyo, mkienda hiyo page ya Kenya Airways nasema we shall be there. Kwa vile we know these international guys wanakuwa very sensitive na wanaogopanga story mob. Saa nini hata hiyo page ya Kenya Airways wapatie baridi hapa kuspread fear. Sasa wacha hizi government entities na parastatals zianze kuogopa hivyo. Nataka tutumie the most non-violent means. These are psychological warfare. Mali imefika sasa, hizi tumefika mwisho. Alafu pia niwaambie kitu moja, mkiwa JKIA mwezi chapa risasi. Hii ni ukweli, hii ni fact. Ukingekuwa ndani ya JKIA kesho huwezi chapa tear gas, haizi happen cause najua mbele wageni vile gava inajaribu kuchapanga ni gumu sana gava ichapewa seti ya gas mbele wageni. Najua wageni ni brackets international people wanakuja in the country. Sawa watafeel hey, Kenya JKIA is a very hostile place, so endelee kupush hivyo. Naona inaenda kuwork kwa leo maza kufeel. Pia expressway watamake, niko sure before kesho around kama 3 am JK bado watamake statement na expressway kole mtaanzia pia hapo expressway. Pia nataka nilikuwa na suggest pia tuingie expressway alafu
Thank you so much, Osama. You've gone mute. Let me...
Expressway tumesimama hapa, hakuna kitu watafanya. Si ati mapolisi wanachapa seti ya gas wanaturusha huko chini hawezi. JKIA mkiwa ingia tu nikawa naenda kuona msee. Yaani ingia useme unaenda ku receive mgeni huko. Kwa vile obvious mapolisi bidii wana believe vingi. Watasema unaenda wapi? Na mimi na kuchukua mgeni wangu kutoka New York from London. I'm going to receive a friend, my girlfriend from London, from New York, from Minnesota, blah blah blah. Hivyo hizo wasumbua
Thank you,
sana.
Osama. I want to give
Utakuwa
other
na
people
proof.
a chance.
Wengine kama kuna passport.
I have to give other people also a chance at least. Watu waongee. Amicus, you can go ahead. Thank you.
Violent means. Nah, that's how we'll win against these guys. Taka the most non-violent way to win against this.
Amicus, you can go ahead.
Good evening, fellow criminals. Mine is just to appreciate the energy and also to encourage you guys to continue with the spirit. I have never been more energized than I am today. The spirit is so huge. The morale is high, and also I'm wondering where these people get all this energy to strike. Where we are clocking 1 month in, na watu wako na energy ni kama ndio tunaanza saa hizi. Guys, that is commendable. That is really well. That is really good, because our president has proven not once, not twice that hawezi kutusikiza. Hawezi kutusikiza kabisa. Tunamwambia vitu zinaingia kwa sikio moja, zinatoka kwa ile sikio ingine. Let me tell you guys that we are dealing with a very desperate government, very desperate regime. Those guys will do anything. They have tried intimidation through abductions. It has not worked. They have tried dividing us amongst political, tribal, ethnic, religion lines. It has not worked. This is the time we are most united than ever. So kesho guys, tutokee mapema ndio best. Vinye one of the speakers wamesema hapo mbele, mapema ndio best kabisa. Tutokee mapema, tukimbiza, kama ni kukimbizana na mapolisi, tukimbizane mapema kabisa, because what I know, people's power is always stronger, and it always greater. So thank you so much for the opportunity, and I look forward to hearing from other speakers. I just want to appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the energy. Let's soldier on, to give up.
Thank you, Amicus. Let's talk to Sarai. Sarai, you can talk. Since you can't hear me, KOT, the floor is yours.
Yo, thank you so much maze. Mi personally niko hapa, nimekuja hapa kwanza, nilikuwa nimeona Moses Kuria akiwa hapa. That was the main agenda, nilikuja hapa, but nimeona ni kama amedrop. Anyway, kama bado Moses Kuria ako hapa, acha nimwambie kwamba Moses Kuria, your child mwenye anasoma LA California is my good friend na sidhani kama wewe as a parent utataka your future I mean mtoto wako akuwe na a very pathetic future, kwa sababu this government whatever is doing inafanya sisi kama young people for the next 10 to 15 years tutakuwa tunasuffer sana. So unless Moses Kuria you want good for your child, ukuja hapa juu pia utuambie Ruto must go, because he's the head of this government na yeye ndio anafanya sisi tunahangaika tukiteseka hivi. Sasa hizi ni saa 6 almost, hatujalala, because we are trying to see how we are going to occupy JKIA so that kesho the president resigns as the president. At least ameserve almost half a term, yeah? Half term sio mbaya. So guys, kesho JKIA tutokee, na personally I feel like tukitumia main gate ya JKIA hatuta access. Hapo mbele wanaweza funga. So tuunde gates anywhere as long as tume occupy hizo runways, tusimame hapo na tutulie. Tukisha occupy isikwe kama parliament, tukishafika hapo ndani usiku ikifika tutulie tu hapo. hadi kesho yake until tupate hiyo nini, tupate hiyo resignation letter, tuambiwe kwamba this person has been resigned. Alafu wale mnadhani ati Ruto akiresign Gachagua atachukua. What you are saying is that Ruto must go. Sio Ruto peke yake, it means his entire government. So guys, kesho tutokee na hiyo mapema ni saa 7 am tukue tushatoka, wase wa Kasarani, Roysambu, tuone venye tutakutana tao, alafu tusonge hivyo. Otherwise, thank you so much. Na hii space at least iende kitu saa 6 ndio tudoze kiasi tuamke mapema.
Yeah, exactly. I've been trying to give everyone a chance at least. Isikuwe kama hizo spaces zingine zenye inakuwa tu watu wa blue ticks ndio wanapewa chance. Give this chance to Wakili. Wakili, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Cyprian, and all the patriots who are here this evening. I just wanted to say a few words and say that I think we have been living in a very dangerous space of life, where the government for a long time has created a tendency of non-compliance with order, non-compliance with court directives, non-compliance with the rule of law, non-compliance with the constitution. And that is why you find when people demand for the respect of these particular documents or these particular laws, the people who are benefiting from the status quo come out gun blazing. We saw a bunch of members of the county assembly issue rhetorics to try and intimidate the people without acknowledging the issues that Kenyans are raising are matters of respect to the law and respect to the constitution and issues of accountability and proper leadership and governance. And there have been a lot of statements which I felt was needful to mention here as clarity, where there have been a lot of misuse of the term anarchy. You find government operatives have been trying to use the statement anarchy, that if people demand for the president to resign and he does resign, then the country will fall into anarchy. Every government, even if the government and the presidency, all of them leave office, the structures of the government and transition are provided for in our constitution. And there is no way the state can fall into a space of anarchy for as long as the citizens are demanding for the respect of the law, which provides for all the scenarios of where we don't have a president or a deputy president, how the powers need to be handed over, how elections are supposed to be conducted. So anarchy, to me and to in the eyes of how we see it in the eyes of the law, we should look at it. Is a point is where police officers are not complying with the court orders. A court gives an order that you should not use water cannons and live bullets and rubber bullets on the peaceful protesters, but instead they go ahead and use the same weapons and the same water cannons again on these people, on the protesters. You look at the Inspector General of Police have been, from the first time on 18th of June, the first thing Japhet Koome did was to issue a directive that he has banned the protests in the city. We saw the same thing with the acting Inspector General trying to purport to be taking away this right. These rights are inalienable. They cannot be taken away. Even the constitution doesn't give them to us. It's just entrenchment of them, but they are there because we are human beings and we exist. And that is why we also, as I think, we need to have a government that respects the rule of law. And the president, what he needs to remember and appreciate is that these are the demands that people have, and these are protests that are pro good governance. Therefore, anybody who is fighting the protest of pro good governance definitely is propagating issues of which are not in good governance. And those are the reason why you find people who are corrupt are being reappointed. And as the Law Society of Kenya, we have gone to court on various matters, such as the matter of the ID being put, given an expiry date, which you find is a question that has putting citizens who are Kenyans in a very awkward space of wondering what the expiry of such particular ID translates into. And does it mean that you have lost your citizenship? That is issues that we found very unconstitutional. And the good thing is that we have already filed a petition in court challenging these matters. You see, there are so many actions of people, even the people we are appointing, which are totally against the constitution, like Chilchil, who has been nominated again for the appointment to a CS position, is a person with a lot of questionable character when it comes to issues of accountability, where for the docket he has held before, and he was very much involved in the chicken gate scandal. And all these are concerns that probably because the people who are sitting at the helm have not had these questions being asked in a very long time. That's why it is making most of them very unsettled and wondering, why are people asking this? Why are people questioning nomination of a candidate like Chilchir for them, because they just see them with money, but as we are looking at them at this money as a result of...
Wakili summarize.
Thank you. As in, these are money that they have been picked from through dubious means, and I think it's time